Do you think this upcoming roster mania is gonna be crazy? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe. Just tune in. How do you feel about being a 2-time? Bro, I mean, it feels good. Like, obviously, I think last year's felt better because it was my first, but this one felt so much more satisfying because of the journey. Like, this story was so much better. But last year was like, it was so perfect because of the event, because of it being in Texas, front of the green wall, like, and it just being my first, being Brandon's first. I think that was like awesome. This was more the whole like journey of the entire season culminating to that point. And like, dude, we all took pay cuts after last year, and to have it all at least be worth it at the end was fucking so perfect, dude. Like, with how dark the beginning of this year and the middle of this year was, to find some light was so, dude, it was literally magical, bro. From 0-18 to winning champs. Yo, shout out whoever, I forget who was in the chat. I'm gonna have to go back. But he was like, yo, FaZe went back to back, LET went back to back. Now it's OpTic's time to go back to back with champs. And I was like, thinking to myself, like, yeah, that would be fucking cool. And we fucking did it. People saying you guys only play one good week of COD, or are they forgetting you guys look great at Major 4 too? Hey, I mean, we play one good week of COD, but that's what you fucking need. Everyone always says COD is day to day, and it's whoever shows up that week, and we did. And we stomped our way to the finals. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna do well, but 9-0 going into finals, I was not expecting that. That shit, that was different levels type shit. Was there anyone you didn't want to see in the grand finals matchup wise? No. I knew like going into it, it was probably going to be, or sorry, I knew going into like the final four when it was Vancouver, Miami, Boston. I knew it was going to be, I was like pretty sure it was going to be either Miami or Vancouver, whoever that won that. And I was like, it was going to be a tough one regardless for either of those, because I think Miami is a better like overall search team, but Vancouver was a better overall respawn team. So regardless, it was going to be a battle. Can you do a power rankings going to champs based on scrims? I mean, we only played 4 teams. But if you're talking about the 4 teams we played, I would have put it like, so for just talking about the 4 teams we played, I would have put it, honestly, just kind of funny. But the thing is, like, a lot of the scrims are respawn. So for someone like Boston, like, they modeled their tournament off of Neslo's. But I would have put it LAT, Vancouver, Miami, Boston. But again, Boston won off of S&Ds and controls, and a lot of our scrims are hard points. But again, I was really surprised LAT didn't do well. I thought they were our closest competition throughout all the practices. How do you draw on screen? I use a program called Epic Pen. And I use a little tablet with a pen. Damn, they just didn't show up? Yeah, I guess so. Do you think not leaving stage during breaks helped not to lose the momentum for the team, as they kept the consistency the whole time with that? A little, but honestly, the 3-3 in grand finals, we all left the stage and went back to the PPA. And honestly, that reset was really big going into the final 2 maps that we played. So it's not always, that. How true is it that you guys were destroying in scrims? Temp said there's rumors you guys were destroying. We were playing really well. Again, I think LAT was the only one that was like really competitive most of the time. I would say Vancouver was competitive in hard points, but we were doing really well. Is the 250-16 real? Yes. Best comms I've heard in an OpTic roster. Yeah, honestly, the comms were really real. Or really, really good.
Have been perfect in this tournament. A momentum-based team. If Vancouver give it away, well, on the flip side, we know for Vancouver, no stranger to a grand finals. They have yet to get a
10-1 respawns at champs is insane. It is. Honestly, I don't know. Would you like? I was thinking going into Sunday, I was like, yo, we could have the most dominant, not only champs run but tournament run of all time. But we did win, or we did lose 3 in grand finals, so that kind of like hampered it. But I think, I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to compete with the Cole one because they played so many more matches. But this one was insane. So should Fringe be added to the EWC map pool? I think so. I think it'd be cool to have something new. But you never know. Streaming scrims leading up to EWC. We haven't really talked about it. I'm not sure. Cole went 24-4 in Ghosts. Yeah, again, so like they played a lot more maps. What were we? 14-3? We didn't see any crazy wallbang spots or cheese spots this year, did we? Nah, we had some up our sleeve, but there was never like scenarios for it, really. Hey, what's good, OpTic Texas Burner? Appreciate the 17 months, man. Thank you, man. Thank you guys all for the subs and follows this whole stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, thank you guys all for the support. Like I said on stage, but anyone who actually supported us throughout everything, like even the downtimes, like never wavered their support, never like were shit talking to us, never like, oh, calling for this guy to be dropped, whatever, just supporting us no matter the roster. This one was for you guys, for real, because there were a lot of people that were doubting. There were a lot of people that were calling for people's heads. There were a lot of people just, I don't know, just hating in general. And if you like turned around and became a fan just when we were doing well, like I respect you, but also like, you know, if you're a true fan when you don't do that stuff.
They're a handy dandy team when it comes to hard point. Into it we go. Nasty and Neptune finding the kills, get the opening time. And stopping all the flanks rolling through. Who might make the impact?
Dude, like I saw people calling for Ant's name, bro. Like what? What? Bro, I said it in it. You'll see this in the interview. I think it was with Gersh, or like the flank afterwards in the media outlet place. But dude, Ant. The way I love to compare Ant now is like he is straight up AI, dude. He at the beginning of the year is like ChatGPT AI. You are fine tuning his models with everything that he does, risk taking wise, playmaking wise, everything. And he's constantly like figuring out the best way, the most efficient way, the most optimal way to do shit. And towards the end of the year and towards champs, he figures out the final like process of everything and is perfected his model. You know what I mean? Like that is the way you got to think about his game. Like he's never really going to be him at the beginning of the game because he's always like figuring out everything. And that model gets fine-tuned with every play and everything that we start talking about and everything we do as a team. And towards the end of the year, towards Champs specifically, like it's just perfected. It's the most efficient and optimal that it could be.
Yeah, shut down Mercules off the rib. Anytime he falls in the feed, Vancouver gonna breathe a sigh of relief.
So anytime you're calling for like, oh, he shouldn't have overshadowed this thing, or oh, he did a little too much here, bro, that is all building blocks for him and what he knows he could be doing, or what, like it's all little learning blocks, straight up. And people have to start realizing that. I don't know why people don't realize that. They're like, he's got to play perfect every now. Bro, there's a lot of things that could be done in Respawn. And you have to learn how to play it throughout the whole year.
As well. Every minute they
all the limit tests, all the different risk takes, all the playmaking things that he does, it builds blocks for him for the end of the year so that he can fucking play like this, dude.
Our players know where they're at. 3 dead again now. OpTic though, they're the ones got.
It's crazy that people don't realize that.
Sophomore season, him and Nasty looking to join the ranks of the EU GOATs, trying to be the first one to get that ring, and they got the setup around P2. It has been a struggle point this hill for OpTic Texas, and right now Vancouver trying to take full advantage.
This is a lovely P2, a very promising hill for a huge amount of hardpoint time. Through the well. Through the
Huge break here. Perfect break.
Now through the driveway. O4's going to run for it now, trying to reinforce the players on point. And what do you know, folks? OpTic, what a break.
It all starts with a well gun fight with Mace. And winning that one is huge.
Gets on the board as well.
Counter-attack on now for Surge. The quick reaction, they're going to have it indeed over to driveway. And Dashy, immaculate tracking. Big Bruce. Lands 2, Mercules on the 3rd.
Undeniable how good these two players.
Mace kind of trolled here. Like, he said they could be secret, but he hesitated, which kind of fucked things up a little bit, I think.
Lands 2, Mercules on the 3rd.
Because they re-break right here.
How good these two players are. Laser beams, I feel like the bullets missed are only intentional. Number 7 though just slipped the net. Nasty might be able to get the players out of time, and there you go, a moment of mishap from OpTic.
Did you know your hardpoint was going to be so dominant this champs? With how we were practicing, yeah, I had a feeling we were doing really well on hardpoint. We've kind of like, I don't want to say we mastered it, but we are in a place where we are very consistent and optimal with a lot of shit we do.
All over the place. 0-4 behind enemy lines, trying to slow him down. Well, he gets the entry of Booze.
Do you think this is the best version of Kyler as an overall player? 1,000,000%. Kyler is not only a finesse like Chow King, but he is like a respawn IGL, and his comms are insane and his confidence is crazy. Like, he was very, very good at this game. Actually, still is. Sorry, I keep saying it like the season ended, but we still have EWC, obviously.
Gets himself involved in the fight, can't get a second on a hoop. Trades are there. Dashy last man left up on this side of the map, and there's a pinch developing now with Surge on time.
Oh yeah, we are battling in this.
What do you think unlocked him this year compared to previous? Well, I didn't see him last year, or like how he played, but he, compared to MW2, he, again, I talked about this when we picked him up, but he's so much more confident with his calls. He's so much more communicative, and dude, again, I say it in another interview thing that might come out soon, but he is the most devoted COD breathing player of the entire league. There's not one more person who plays more, watches more VOD, I can guarantee you. Like, he's put his life and all his time into this game that I'm so happy and proud of him for it, because it all paid off. That dude 100% plays more than, at least from my experience, I know, compared to like everyone that I've seen, because I don't see like what other people do and other teams, but I'm pretty sure like anytime there was 8s, anytime there was chows, he was on. He watched the most VOD guaranteed from any player. I'll put bets on it.
With OpTic in control, let's go for a listen in.
He's gonna slide in a second. I'm here.
That dude breathes COD. Last year I was happiest for Boost. This year it's Hook. Same. Honestly, same. Like, obviously I'm happy for Mace, but Hook, with the amount of time he put into this game and just put into like everything, I'm so happy that, like, this is the first one he won for OpTic, right? I'm so happy it finally clicked. I don't want to say clicked as in like it clicked for him. I mean, like, we finally won for him. Why is everyone running the pistol side all of a sudden? Some people do, some people don't. It's preference. People have been running it for a minute. Yeah, dude, never complain. Head down. He's always rolling with the punches. Like, stand-up guy, bro.
Push out their plat. I'm spawn killing. Top plat. Over dead. Another
Oh wait, you know what I wanted to do? Chat, I wanted to. Oh, there was like this new sub thing on Twitch that I can allow for like gifted subs. I can put a discount on this shit. Have you guys tried this yet? I'm gonna try this real quick. I'm gonna put it on for 3 hours. Let me see where it is. I was looking at this morning. I didn't know this was a thing. I wanted to do it for you guys because obviously for champs and shit to make it like a better deal or whatever. But hopefully that, I don't know, did that do something? Hopefully it did it. Don't do it, it takes from your cut? Really? I don't know, I just wanted to make it cheaper for you guys. If you wanted to sub. I appreciate the support. Dashy Vault POV needed? I'm gonna see if the league has it. If the league has a Dashy only POV. Let me see, wait, I'm gonna check right now. Let's see if they uploaded a Dashy POV. It's kind of random who they go on to. Let's see. Oh no, the ISO cam was on Mercules, that map. Alright, I'll try and find something for it. Hey Lewis, appreciate the sub, the 10 gifted community subs. Thank you, man. And Sim, thank you for the sub too. You can't theater mode in every POV. Some of them get corrupted. So hopefully his theater POV for that map isn't corrupted. So that's, I think, might be the only way. Gunsmoke, appreciate the sub too, man. Thank you. Should I tweet out the sub discount? I will. I'll retweet it. I'm gonna try to find the Dashy POV on Vault. If they didn't upload it, the league didn't upload it, then we'll have to try and find it in theater. So I'll ask Raj, because Raj is gonna go into their accounts and see who has theater mode stuff for each map, because some of them get corrupted for some of the maps. Did you know the boys would be this good going into champs? I knew they'd be good, but if you told me that we would make it to grand finals without dropping a map, I would have told you that's fucking insane.
One might go around. Watch out, opens a bullet nasty. Yeah, they're going open. I'm helping you open. Watch it open. Watch it. One guy's deep close. Yeah, deep close open. Watch out close window. He's fine. Just hold. Watch your front new. He's probably through. Yeah, nothing front new. Yeah, he could be through. Yeah, you guys hold. Nothing front new. They could be in the back. That's him. No, touch route. Nasty. That was the first guy. Nothing front new. That was the first guy. We're good. When is our top open? Our top open now. We're spawning them well. We are spawning them well. Yeah, looking at it. Watch out.
See, like all of those, there's so many different things that's happening on the map that Kyler calls out that are so important to how we're gonna play the hill. Like he's always realizing that shit first, I swear. Which is crazy because like I don't know, his recognition of stuff in this game was so good, dude. And obviously like anyone can call it, but he was always like the first one to do it. I think the biggest surprise for me was 3-0ing FaZe. So going into that match, I knew we could beat them. I knew if we beat them that we could smooth sail throughout the tournament, because that was like one of the final humps, you know. Hey Pam, appreciate the raid. Thank you, man. Hope you had a good stream. Appreciate you, Pam. But once we won that match, I was like, okay, that was the hump. That was the momentum booster we needed.
Unbelievable. Unbelievably calm there from OpTic, and look, this is a perfect tracking of players. It is a perfect tracking of spawns. They're reading everything. That being said, Vancouver Surge, that's P2 break team in the game on this hill. This is where they fight back to get through, but Shotzi looking to take it from you.
Thoughts on LAT and FaZe going out so early? I mean, surprising. Again, I was more surprised with LAT because, I mean, again, we didn't play FaZe day to day, but when we were playing LAT, it was always like pretty back and forth. So I was very, very surprised they got double first rounded. I was not expecting that. I don't think anyone was expecting that, obviously.
0-4 on a 6 spree, looking to get himself a Hellstorm to play with in a moment. That's going to be very useful in the new hill. Yeah,
Gonna be here till midnight if you keep pausing and talk. I mean, I'm only gonna do the grand finals. We'll be chilling. And I'll upload the whole thing to YouTube too for you guys.
He has nothing left to throw. It has to be a killer and assist. Unbelievable. That hurts a lot in the long run. We'll see how this hard point goes though, because again,
any team / players you thought had a great tourney? Obviously the Vancouver guys, they were resilient throughout their entire run. Our guys, obviously, but in terms of not our guys, Purge, I want to give props to Purge because, again, I was telling them before, but like they nuzzled everyone. Going to grand finals and making it top 3 without winning a hard point is fucking insane. Like super typical. And I swear, every time I'm watching their VODs, he's always the only, or I don't want to say the only one, but the main one talking in between search rounds, in between rounds. I feel like he's that clear leader for that team. So he also stepped up, and I want to tip him for that, for sure. And obviously Rancor, you know, won Rookie of the Year, but he was always consistent for them in their runs at LAN. Hey, who was good, Joey? Thank you for the resub, Joey. Appreciate you, man. We'll give you a giant hug for sure.
Keeps him alive in the play for a minute longer, and a couple more now for the front side of the hard point. Shotzi and Hood from inside time. Fighting for the kills.
Can we get a W Wowie in the chat? Shout out Joey update.
By the way, he's just buying so much time. His spree continues, but him just contesting allows his teammates to get fully set up at new. So Merkley's been lying in wait.
The Killed in Night 04 streaks for P4 was massive, by the way. You're right, VAWC. Them killing 04 was a top art was so big. I got so hyped when they killed him. This break was huge too. They were so spread out. They had one guy top open, but the other 2 guys were so spread out on the hill. I was like, yo, just bang this. And then they played both sides perfectly too. It was just a mistake on them for just leaving one guy close on time and everyone else was kind of like pushed out. Like you can't really play for everything like that. Do you think there should be a bigger winners advantage in grand finals, like start up 1-0 or make it 2 best of 7s or 5? I mean, I think that it should be a bracket reset. Fortunately, nowadays, I don't think that's ever going to be brought back. 1-0 start would be cool. Yeah, I do think we have a lot of side picks, but again, dude, the one thing I was really surprised with is they, as a team B, like we get map 1 pick, but they get 2, 3, and 4. Like even though we do have like the all 3 bands, they do get 2, 3, 4 map pick, which kind of like is annoying, but like I don't know, it's not such a big thing. How did you guys play dealership? What do you mean? We vetoed red card and they picked dealership map 2. Dealership was not vetoed. The graphic was just wrong. They picked dealership map 2. They get to choose 3 maps. Yeah, so I mean, here, I'll break it down for you guys. So map 1, so we get a hardpoint pick or a hardpoint veto. They get a hardpoint veto. We get an S&D veto and a control veto. They don't get any of that. We pick map 1, so we picked Hossie. We could have picked Hossie, Vault, or Rewind. Obviously, they were doing really well in Vault, the tournament. They had won, I think, like 9 straight, actually. So we pick Hossie map 1. We were confident going into it. Then they get to pick a search. So they pick dealership because we vetoed red card. Then map 3, they get to pick either Proto or Hasi control because we veto vault. So they obviously they don't play Hasi, so they pick Proto here. And then map 4, they get to pick the hard point. And since they were really good in vault, they pick vault. So that's how that went. And then we get to pick map 5, Proto. I think personally we should get the map 3 control pick, but that's not such a big thing. And shit, if we did, we would have picked Hasi and maybe we would have lost it the same way. I don't know.
Getting close to the end here, the business end of our Hasi and a hard point. Neptune alive in the hill, trying to stay alive.
Congrats on your second ring. Appreciate it, man. Crazy. 2 rings as coaches for me and Damon. Damon's got 5, bro. 5 total is crazy. I told him this, but I was like, 1 for your thumb is insane. 1 for your thumb? He's got to measure his thumb next year? What?
Number 1, 5 for Dashy, 5 for Shotzi. A few more points now. Anyone here? Close by. Oh, it's another from Bruce on time. And that is map number
Great P1 hold. P1s were one of our biggest weak points on Hasi, like during that month. And that like was one of the big things we worked on. And I'm glad like we had some really big P1s. Hey, Merc. The other Merc, my other flex. Appreciate the 5 gifted, my guy. Thank you. Shout out to the OG Merc with the K. Thank God we picked up Merc, bro. Oh my God. Shout out Joey D. Alright, we'll watch dealership shirts. We got kind of ran on this map. I won't lie, chat.
Hook's going to be the man of the moment. Shoulders thrown, intel gained, but the duel is now on. 0-4. Will the stun connect? Yeah, it does. Not enough to force the fight. Neptune there, up close and personal as well. And what do you know? After the smoke clears, after the stuns are finished, today from 0-4.
Shout out Zinni. Yo, shout out Zinni. Shout out, most importantly, shout out Hex. Because Hex listened to the people that are close to him and made the decision based off of it. Like, obviously Zin was talking about it. Me and Damon were also like mentioned it to him, and he had called us, and he had called all the players. He called us. He called people around him. Listened to the people that he trusts, and made the decision. And bro, me and Damon were just like, if we could get this kid, it would be fucking insane, right? But Hex at the end of the day made the decision, and I'm glad he did it, bro.
Trenches, that was no man's land with the number of nades that just landed. You got Mercules playing a cheeky spot. If Vancouver elects to go for B, he should be good. The
first scrim with Mason, we'll never forget, bro. Our first scrim with Mason, we had like a 30-point club. I texted Hex after the map. I was like, this guy is here. Actually, I'll see what I texted. First map, first vault hardpoint. I said, this is, what is it? Tuesday, May 6th. This kid is fucking good. I said, he's smart and raw, true flex. Damon will vouch. And he said, he's actually good. That was literally the first scrim.
Nice slow from the back line there. Mercules has found himself a corner and unaware though. The fellas have managed to get themselves into the bomb site. Planted, that's a surprise. But they have not accounted for young Mercules.
Dude, Joey, did I not tell you guys? Like, bro, I walked around the office to like the content room and I was like, bro, this guy's insane.
Dash on the side. The first peppering. Man down, number 1.
He was nervous on Sunday? Oh, he was like a little nervous, but hey, he fucking got us there in the first place. Well, we played good as a team, but dude, he was dropping insane numbers. He had like a 1.5 going to grand finals.
Okay, 20 to go. Reposition. Challenge.
Do you think teams ever throw scrims versus OpTic to give you guys false confidence? And I don't think so. I think that'd be a waste of time, but I don't know. Who knows?
Time was against him. Surge on the board.
And that is a round they so desperately needed. Abuza with a fantastic pickup on shots.
Brock Buzz, appreciate the sub. Thank you, man. And Sam, thank you for the sub as well. Sorry, I missed that earlier.
And he dropped them in an instant. That's a good first blood. Great follow-up from Vancouver, and they can slow the pace down just a touch.
Yeah, Booza's first blood as well, and Dashi from way deep. He's got the angles here. You can't take these secrets.
The 250 to 16 was real. I'm not going to say who it was. If someone wants to leak it, who it was, I'm not going to do it, but it was real.
We got to square up into the A side.
Glass shatter, nades explode. 04 trying to get involved in the fight. OpTic on the tactical retreat. Dashi with the coverage.
Yeah, they backed him down. Dash is being
Who was Champ Sunday warm-ups? Damon in a free-for-all. There's no one warms up anyone on Sunday.
So they got all the pieces in place. It's just a matter of trying to get this bomb down.
I mean, Neptune's in a position here to maybe get a kill. He gets so much damage. Dashi sends it forward, trade it out. A 3v3 now. But 04, he's in position as well to get something going. Shotzzy, is your timing great or is your timing bad? We're going to find out in a second. B-bomb being...
Did you guys know you had a good shot after beating FaZe? I told Damon and Roger, or me and Damon were talking about it Wednesday night. We were like, if we can beat FaZe, I swear we'd run this tournament.
04 from the window.
And we did.
Can't get the 2. 1v1. Wow. And a boozer. Rips the head of Shotzzy clean off.
Yeah, Shotzzy has just been a few pixels on his screen, but that is all Abuza needs to work with, and that is 2 rounds in a row. Frankly, in my mind, I'm thinking that's good plays from OpTic. Hopping off the bomb at the right time, the communication clearly being shown off, but not enough to slow that man down. 3-0 start for Abuza.
Yeah, that's nice stuff. Spicy rounds as well. A bomb site has a lot of exploding cars near it, folks. I mean, you've in the venue know.
I really think the boys wanted to show up for the Merc, or for Merc, with him being new to the league and having all the talent. And boys felt obligated as vets to put one good example. Yeah, I mean, and he fucking fried himself too.
They're not going to get too much information, and the trophies are going to help out for the time being.
Dashi's playing a little aggressive as well. He's got Hook here for support, and Mercules.
Do you think Fringe will be out of free WC? I keep getting this question. I hope so. I'm not sure. They haven't confirmed about what patch we're playing on for EWC, so we don't know yet.
Smooth moves, and somehow Abuza finds another. He's on a 4 spree. And Neptune.
We gotta retool our dealership though. It's been a minute since we played it. We were really good at it for a minute, but now we've lost 2 straight, and it kept getting vetoed versus us, so we couldn't play it in the tournament, or in this tournament. We gotta kind of retool what we want to do on that map.
Speed ahead, 3 for 3 on the first blood front, and that is an aggressive play call as well. All the presence there on defense. Vancouver happy to square up, in Abuza. This is where he has been at his best all year. The A Street on dealership, he has made it his home.
Can you consider bringing back red card in your map pool, maybe instead of dealership?
Good reason.
I was never off the table.
Right now, untouchable.
That's the 5 sprees, guarantees himself an RCXD card.
I think our map pool is just really good. So like, similar to how we didn't have to play Vista Hardpoint last year, and we didn't have to play, what was it? What did we veto and search last year? And Rio search? It was kind of the same thing with red card. Like our map pool was so good for those other maps that like we could afford to not play that map. And it was kind of good because, you know, Vancouver, Miami, LAT, FaZe all played red card search. Like Boston too. Like it was a pretty decent veto.
They've stacked up over towards B, but that stun tells you plenty. Watch those arrows move soon. Shotzzy, he's going to be
X pre-firing the chains and bringing last year's trophy was W.
And I think Abuza might be calling in the RC car as well, so you're going to get the information on the right side. Actually, he's playing up top, so they're expecting the pressure to be pushing through. Oh! But there's the nades, there's the RC car. And
I think it was Raj's idea for the trophy. Shout out Raj.
It's on your heels, and if it's not on your heels...
Rio was map 9. Well, Rio was map 9, but New York also auto-vetoed the fuck out of it too.
Dude is... The car's there for it.
So that's why we were willing to play it against them. So we vetoed high rise because they were much better on high rise, and we didn't really like high rise too much. So we could afford a game 9 Rio because we knew like they wouldn't want to play it either.
Another perfect round from Vancouver Surge.
And they're starting to feel it now. Get those juices flowing. It knock off the Raw After map #1.
Passion and Ant's voice when they won was so awesome here. He wanted it so bad after that this year. Yeah. When we were watching, I mean, we just watched the comms earlier. I'll upload that as a YouTube video, but that was really like sweet to hear, bro. The emotion in his voice, the passion, just like the excitement. It was so raw.
The expectation is you will be met with nades.
If the timing is over the RC car, there's so much smoke there created by the car exploding.
How confident were you in the map 9 if it got there? I was actually really confident. Like, obviously, it's map 9, so everything kind of gets thrown out the window, but I thought we were really, really good at rewind search, so I wasn't that nervous. Like, I was still nervous because just fucking, it's Champs Grand Finals, but I was pretty confident we would win if it went to a Game 9 anyways. It was just, we had to win that, the Hossie search to guarantee that Game 9 at least. And honestly, they weren't really good on Hossie search throughout the entire year. It was kind of like their auto veto. So I had really good confidence when they're going to the last 2 searches.
No trophies, no nothing, no show. Couple of explosions here or there. Tags in a Shotzi. Neptune working the flank. Dashi watching it diligently. Time ticking.
How did the teams get the comms so perfectly into champs compared to the majors before where there was no real leader? I mean, we just kind of perfected how we wanted to play every situation, and we were consistent and optimal with like all the situations we kind of wanted to get into or would get into. And they're just, I mean, they're all 4 smart players, and you just get more reps and more consistent with it. We obviously had a lot more time with Mason, and everyone just got so much more comfortable. It's called trust, yeah, literally. Everyone just trusted each other.
Splashes OpTic. Map point. Superman looking to go Super Saiyan.
Paige deserved more credit. Yo, shout out Paige, bro. You don't really see her on camera. She hates me on camera, but she does like everything in the behind the scenes for us.
How relaxed and composed 04 is. Him and Abuza, it is their sophomore year.
Wage in the chat, bro.
Here they are on the main stage. He came in as a rookie, and you had longtime players chirping him. He bites back in game.
Yeah, but we put a lot on the line when it comes.
You feel like teams' potential is even higher? For sure. I mean, shit, there was an actual chance that we could go undefeated map-wise for this event. But they kind of slammed us on the dealership, I won't lie. So that kind of eliminated that dream. Is the EBC on CDL counts or not? No idea yet. We haven't got confirmation from everyone yet. I assume they'll tell us this week at some point.
No dice for the moment. Might be a standoff battle. Nasty's thinking about the idea.
I assume we won't scrim until next week at some point anyway. Or a lot of teams won't start till like, what, the 7th or something? What is that, Monday? I don't know when we will start yet. We haven't really talked about it.
Mercury's alone. What kind of magic could he conjure up? Nothing. Surge. They've done it.
But yeah, they play that. They play that map really well. We hadn't played it for a bit, and they played it well. So I'll tip them for the dealership.
Closer to this break, I'll tell you exactly.
This was the biggest map. I'm gonna compare this to the Karachi search from last year, because they could have easily won this map, and it would have changed the trajectory of the entire tournament for us if we lost this maybe. Like obviously there's still a chance we could have easily won it, but it changes everything, I feel. Because then they go in to the vault hardpoint, which they were pretty confident in throughout the entire tournament, up 2-1, and it could be completely different. We'll talk about the 1-2 round, because that's the round they are probably kicking themselves for.
That would have been an amazing kill, but again, Shotzi, lots of damage dealt. Neptune trying to move into the trade, an ideal scenario to find yourself in now. Trying to battle towards the middle of the map, but terrible news for Surge. OpTic everywhere.
Yeah, they've got the lockdown. Mercury picks up 2.
Really good defense here. Super lockdown defense, and then they had one themselves too.
Big time. He is soaring today on a hook. Can he get the second?
Both teams had the trolls. We should have won the Proto Search anyways. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we were up 5-3. I was so pissed when we lost that, because dude, winning that, going up 4-1 is so much different. Wow. Because we ended up going 3-3. I'm telling you, chat, I'd never been more nervous in my life. 3-3. Holy shit. I never want to have to feel that again.
You cannot do so without a body on it, and that's A, slowly being captured. Anyone in position to help defend this?
Like I was confident in the next 2 searches, but you never know, dude. It's COD Champs Finals 3-3. Anything can fucking happen. Like,
forward, slow and steady. One segment, no, doesn't get sealed. As Surge are still in spawn.
Yeah, they can do absolutely nothing. They are down to 14 lives. They're going to lose this round. The question is how badly. Not a single tick of progress.
how long have I been coaching OpTic? Since the beginning of MW2.
And
So this was my third year. Hey, 2 rings in 3 years? I don't think that's that bad. Come on now.
OpTic had 12. All Surge had. That was a beatdown in round 1.
Ozzy, thank you for the sub. And Homer's Odyssey, thank you, man. Thank you for the sub as well.
No one on Vancouver making moves because they got locked out everywhere. Underground route was taken care of. Mid-map was taken care of. The grass route also under lock and key. And Mercules.
Has Hook always had the comms like we heard in the comms video, or is it something he worked on this year? So it was either something he worked on this year or last year's. Obviously, we didn't work with him last year because he was on Seattle, I guess, at the time. But either that year or this year, he's like completely shifted how he's communicated, and it's so much more confident, so much more info. Like he's very vocal, very vocal now. Literally our best commer on this team right now.
By his side, and he is looking like the MVP. Beautiful round 1.
What a story for Merc. We'll get back on that a little bit later. Round 2's on its way. Well, you swap sides here in controls. Vancouver Surge will be defending now. OpTic, they'll be on the attack. Let's see if Surge can apply the same.
Hey, G-Max Ass, I appreciate the resub. 12 months for the year. Thank you, man.
No time wasted. Does get first blooded though. The trades.
Thank you guys all for the subs. We're at 131 now, chat. I took a pretty big break to lock in. So thank you guys just for the continued support, even though I wasn't really streaming this year. Or, sorry, this month. And Real PD, thank you for the sub, man.
Out to the right flank. No trades. Now we've got him, and Hook soaring his way out.
Well, able to get out over towards the beach.
Perfect IGL since Kenny. Bro, yeah, Kyler's respawn comms have been so good, and then obviously Ant for search.
Once again, you don't have helicopter. OpTic are forced to go to B.
They've been so good with their calls and being vocal and stuff. Everyone just is putting in their 25%, man. Thank you for taking a break and locking in. Hey, that's what I always feel like. Whenever we're doing poorly, or whenever it's like going into a really big tournament, I'd rather put like that extra time that I have free time to lock the fuck in. And unfortunately that comes at the cost of not streaming as much, but I appreciate you guys for still like tuning in when I do stream.
Only down 5 lives, so the potential in the kills column is there. Problem is,
how often do you guys update into video drivers as pros? I want to say the league, well, we play on the league PCs and they require us to do specific updates. I want to say it's like every few months or something they have us update the drivers. But it's like a specific driver that we need to use as the league PC, like with the league PC. Is this going on YouTube? I missed the beginning of the stream. Yeah. So I'm going to do the comms video itself, and then this entire part of watching the grand finals is 2 different videos, and I'll upload those both. I'll probably upload the comms one today and the full grand finals one for tomorrow's video. And then for tomorrow's stream, I'll probably do like the phase Toronto Boston maps or matches. How nervous were you and Damon? Dude, grand finals, we were so nervous. Leading up to it though, like the other series were pretty clean, so we weren't really that. I wasn't really that nervous because it was like pretty clean the entire way through. But like again, 3-3, I never want to have to feel that again.
Started off 0-6, really struggling in the offensive round there. Dashy only had to go 1-1 in that first round. It was feet up because his teammates were doing everything well. He went 1-6.
Did you guys film process throughout the whole year? Raj had a camera for a lot of it. I don't know how much of like the conversations and stuff he had, but he was filming stuff. So there's stuff being filmed, or that was being filmed. So this shit will be a movie for sure.
Off the rip, not looking great. Neptune's trying to change that. And he's got out.
Did any players say they were nervous after the fact? I don't know. I don't think so. It's different as a player than a coach is always what I hear. Like Damon always said, he's like, bro, this is so much more like, I'm so much more nervous coaching. I've heard Cap said the same thing. KitchenAid, appreciate the sub too. I don't know if I called you out, but thank you.
Not necessarily got the numbers here, OpTic, but you do have the positioning. Man upstairs, now down and out.
So they end up winning this offense. Obviously, we have 2 shutdown defenses back to back. 0 ticks for them, 0 ticks for us.
get a single tick, so if they can get one,
And they ended up winning this offense, which is really big. Brandon wasn't having such a good map. He was saying it after. He was like, dude, I could not find one. I could not buy a kill.
But they finally clear their base. You get rid of Hook, now you can move.
And they've got a segment that might well get.
Probably because they aren't in control, yeah. Think about it this way, chat. Think about if you were to, yeah, like if you were to coach or help out a team and you were strapped to a chair with your hands tied behind your back. I would assume it's similar to, I want to say it's similar to like UFC or like a boxing coach or something, but I guess you could still call out shit to them. So it's not the same. But imagine if you're like a UFC or boxing coach and you were forced to sit in the back with your hands tied behind your back and you just had to watch them fight. You know, you can't do anything in that moment. It's so, and the worst part too is like you have the full mini map, so you know shit is going to happen like right before it's going to happen, and you're just hoping like, oh, I hope they turn around here. I hope they pick this guy up, you know? Mike, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you.
Still need to get somebody to the zone, though. Nasty took the underground route. He's looking to make the pinch. Abuz is clearing space up front. And there's Nasty on the pinch. That's 3 in the feed. Now you hit the stack. You're looking to get the zone.
Single life advantage right now for the Vancouver boys. That's a 3-man stack. That's a man stack. The whole team. The zone's gone. 1 minute and 20 to play. Nades up over the top. Abuz's spree.
2 years in a row, I've gotten to observe OpTic Grand Champs final. Let's go, Prosper. The only thing I will say is I needed a little bit more Brandon Pov during the vault. That was the only criticism I had. Everything else was perfect. Do you think COD should start letting coaches stand behind players and make shot calls like S&D during S&D like CS2? I don't know, maybe. I've always thought that there is an IQ gap in terms of that type of stuff. I would say though, I would love to see timeouts. I would love to see S&D or control timeouts. Like just give us one that we could use each map. Like this was a series I would love to have used a timeout during the dealership and during the protocol. But Dame and I were like, literally after the series, we're like, dude, if we could have just called a timeout during those 2 searches, like we could have 100% made a difference with that. So that was something we were like, dude, if we could have just had like settled them down and talked to them about some shit in the middle of those maps, it would have been, I felt like it would have been so much better.
He has become quite the demon in the 1v1 on this map. Helping the boys fight their way out. We can't account for the man behind him though. Mercules finds himself in the flank once again.
And I love the positioning right now from OpTic. Doubled up over towards grass. They know if they're forced to go this direction, they've adjusted.
Thank you, Fourth Wise Man.
Setup. We are making these adjustments on the fly. And as good as it is, kills being exchanged. Neptune's behind you and he wins the gunfight on Dash.
Oh, I thought we should have locked down this defense. And then we end up losing it and my heart sank, bro.
O4's having to do this essentially alone. Got to win this 1v1 fight. Huge! 30 seconds, pause, 7 lives either side.
And he's got the front man and Nasty. At least is going to slow you down. That's the extra ticket progress gone. In a 6 versus 6, we might have a round of TD.
It's Curry. I've only been to 2 events, Major 3 last year and Champs this year. Seeing OpTic in both is insane. Yo, you got to go to more events, my guy. But we kind of are automatic in Toronto now. That's 2 years now where we're automatic in Toronto.
OpTic from over the top. O4 from over the top. Any coverage here? You're waiting for the boys to get our spawners. O4 still behind enemy lines alone.
And he's buying you the time. This is also 2 ticks of progress. This is huge.
Well, I guess we were in Kitchener, but you know that deal.
3v3. Mercules has taken the long way round. Neptune on zone. Wins his fight. Merc from upstairs. Down and out. Shotsy gone.
But the big thing here was they didn't get 6 ticks. They went off lives.
Somehow steal away the offense.
And they are barking.
So we needed to win this offense and get a full 2 caps winning the offense to get defense. And that's what we do. And you'll see, this was a very, very big round. Wow. Again, when I saw this happen, I was like, this could have been that was literally our Karachi search. I think I told them on the stage after that. I was like, that was our Karachi search, man. That was the grueler map that we had to win. That would have made the separating, that difference, you know?
And we've seen it nearly all that way. So many unbelievable 1v1 fights. At this level, at this stage of the tournament.
Did Anti on purpose there then? Well, he's just taking the chow. So they either have to kill them and not get the ticks, or he can win the chow, you know? But he's on the point, so they would have to kill him to get on the point. Or kill him to win the round.
They're leaning over towards B. Dashy's trying to make that move. You see Mercules sort of leaning over for that support. And they know a player's going to be down low. You got a two-front war going on right now. Lost the battle over towards A, and Dashy 8-16, a little bit slow. Well, trying to heat up. If Abuza can do it, so can he.
Hey, Phoenix Sphinx, appreciate the sub too. Thank you, man. Again, thank you guys for the support.
Helps out with the damage, keeps the life count even. Let's Mercules get to work.
Nobody in front of him just yet. But at least the A site's going to be a little bit clear for his teammates. Bad timing on the reload. Great adjustment.
Big kill by Mason. Huge kill. I thought he was going to get this one too. He played this so well. Regen, child again. Just kind of got stuck on the wall there.
But his teammates again on both of these zones.
Yeah, both zones getting captured now. One segment A, two segment on the way out of B. This is huge. They've net themselves a lovely position to be.
What game mode has Mace helped the most when he joined? Everything.
The second not going to be there. Mercury still getting the job done over by A. Surge now flying out of spawn. The counter-attack is on. They've got space to work with a B, but they have to win the fight for top mid.
Love that Brucey started picking up subs this event. Bro, it's about fucking time. Damn, me and Damon were like, please, bro. This guy is running our bounty 2v2s with a sub, and I swear he doesn't want to use this shit. And then leading in the last month, where he finally was like, yo, this shit's kind of godlike. He's pulling out for rewind P5s. He's pulling on vault control and shit. He's like, yo, I can't die with this. And we're like, finally.
He's going to certainly help out here as the A zone again under pressure. 3 days.
Gotta capitalize. That A zone is going to fall. How quick can you go towards B?
Proto Surge too.
Gunned out of time, and they went to B maybe a little too quick.
Oh, who's still staying alive on B? They might still be able to get the capture. Abuza playing safe and steady. A big win. The B zone's safe as well.
Got to make a dive going over towards the A site. You have to secure it, and they should be fine. Could have been a scam, but it's secured, and they got 2 ticks of progress on B. OpTic can taste this round win, but got to take your time. Work your way out of spawn. Vancouver, that is 3 kills in a row.
It's not over yet. 14 lives either side, a minute and 30 on the game clock. The B zone is hanging on by a thread. A single segment is all that remains. Shotzzy now fighting his way forward. Players from down low do what they can, but that's the capture beginning.
Oh, this is it.
Has anyone got any eyes on there? There's multiple players. Anyone there to help contest this? Anyone there to help get these players out? And there's the contest.
We were so close to capping it right there. And once we didn't, I was like, oh, fuck.
Last man. Abuza wins it.
Traded out, though. They still got the pressure. They're gonna be
But they still have the crosses and stuff, so they killed those 2 guys on the lip. And then they retake the site. Look how close we were. Oh my god, if we ended up losing this round. Wow.
Vancouver finally get there and secure a tiny foothold. Life count getting thin.
I felt like they just weren't they just weren't by the point. Like Brandon wins that one on the guy on point, and then no one else like kind of refills B side.
Take a deep breath. No lives left for OpTic. Shotzzy fighting from depth, and now Vancouver with a life lead and positioning.
Like we're just like kind of like ISOing everyone, and they're constantly trying to, I don't know, they're just like heavy on this left side. Or like their left side, like heavy on the A side. And we just get straight to the point, and I'm just like, yo, can we just kind of like, obviously this guy was on the pinch, but I was like kind of like, yo, can we just get on this point? Like, can we just sack this shit? I'm glad they made that call, because wow, these guys were just nowhere near it. As soon as Kyler won that gunfight, I was like, yeah, we just won. The fuck? Who made the call to hop on? I don't know who said in the moment. Was it Mason? It was one of the 2 people that was on the point. Oh no, maybe it was Kyler and Ant. I think Mason actually said it when he was top trips. He's like, yo, I got your short, just kind of, you'll get on that shit. I think Mason said it.
Anyone here to counter this has got to get going quickly. Neptune has been red, dealt with. Nobody's home.
So good call on Mace, but honestly, just good recognition for them to stack in general. Just they were just nowhere near it. Hey Nicholas, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, man.
Snuck their way to the zone. The holes were open on the map, and Vancouver took their foot off the gas. A moment of
so huge round. That might have been the biggest round in the entire finals. As we win that round, not only, again, chat, not only did we win the round, we got 6 ticks on it, which was secures defense for us. So it was 0 ticks, 5 ticks. We get 6 ticks, secure defense. Again, protocol is like 50, more 50-50 than all the other control maps, but you still prefer defense. At least I feel like I would. Guarantees us defense.
On the attack, Shotzi dolphin diving out of the lighthouse to make sure he dies and they don't give away the segment. A play like that gives you defense for the final round.
Here we go. Well, the final round records are fantastic for Surge. Oh dear. But the opening break is not so much. They're on the attack. And so far they've been pushed again to their spawn.
And then an absolute just lockdown defense here.
Shotzi gets the kill, maintaining that pressure. Nearly 30 seconds gone by, yet to touch his zone.
He's managed to make his way out of bottom mid. Top, wow, Mercules.
Honestly, a big bounce back. Jesus, voice crack. A big bounce back from Brandon. He was having a really rough map, and he's like, they just couldn't kill him P1 here. He was holding P1 the fuck down, dude. They watched this pinch for Nasty too. They were calling it out too. Huge kill. They trade Brandon here, like Ant does. Ant stays alive, top trips. It's just super lockdown defense. Kyler in his element, spawn killing. Anytime I see Kyler get into trips and pass trips, I know he's getting like 2 at least. That is his like hot zone, bro.
Hooks holding him back.
What a smart play.
The time goes red. 20 to play.
And look at Hook. He makes the smart play. He stays alive. Now he's behind even more players. He picks up the kill on 04. Actually gets to stay up top, trips, but the teammates doing all the work.
23 to 17 right now, Surge. Oh, you got him in the zone for a second. No love towards the B side of the map either. OpTic spawning over there. They're going to make the foot race over. 10 to go.
10 to go. This is it. They stop the A zone. Daffy still behind them.
Huge kill by Brandon in their base. They still have to worry about their pinch too. They work P1. This guy dies, and we win the round. Huge map. Huge win on the round 4. Wow. I swear that changes everything. Again, it's the Karachi search from last year. That round 11. It's the same thing. This map was a difference maker.
Take the lead here in the grand finals.
It has been their bread and butter. That being said, everyone that's played Vault Control knows the money hill is. Of course, before we talk about the hills, I guess we talk about the.
Yo, they got Damon. Why? Yo, Damon's got a photo. I didn't know he's got an updated photo.
One of the goats for
when did he take that?
Back in MW19.
Might be the most talented gamer I've ever seen.
Erwin back in London. What did they say to him? They said, go back to Halo.
Was that really an X-Defiant jersey? Holy fuck, no way. That's funny.
All advantage. However, when they lose the rotation, OpTic are the worst P4 break team in the game. That's going to be
big map here too, obviously. But Brandon blacks the fuck out, dude. He starts the first rotation like 20-5. This map, chat, I'm pretty sure they won like 9 straight Vault hardpoints. And they won game 1 Vault hardpoint like 3 times this event specifically. Brandon this was straight up legacy map right here for him.
And Shotzi, the one kicking off in the feed.
Neps somehow dodges the stun. Can't dodge the bullets at Hoop though. OpTic are on time. They're going to get themselves the first few seconds here on P1, right in the middle of the map. Lots of ways in. It's a messy hard point to hold, not an easy one, but our finest teams, they...
Yeah, and there was like not really any much of his POV, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Dude, Damon didn't even realize. I had to say, I was like, yo, Brandon's kind of frying. He's like, what? And he looks at the scoreboard, he's like, what the fuck? I didn't even realize.
Hook's trying to fight his way towards New. What a nade! The Nuke, ladies and gentlemen, as he's still dancing. Again, he's been completely red here. Surge are all over this. They should see him coming. And there we go. 0-4.
How much you learn from Karma? A lot. I mean, I've learned from all the people that I coach, really. Or, sorry, that I work with and coach for. So, like, Bobble, Lamar, you know, Clay, Crim, Ray, Damon, Ken, Ant, like, all those players, like... I learned so much from all of them, man. Been loving to work with Damon, though. Damon's awesome to work with.
Can he make the play from it? No, absolutely overwhelmed. OpTic, that is a perfect V2 break.
I don't think know exactly where this next attack is coming from, but Surge are making him pay for it. It's a pound of flesh on the approach to P2. Mercury's now under heavy fire, has to get away with it. No good, 2 dead.
Yeah, now 04 is going to be jumping on the time, loses the gunfight inside the hill. Neptune getting the trades in the catwalk, and there you go. The re-break is in. Vancouver Surge run him over.
When do EWC Scrim start? Sometime next week. We haven't really talked about it yet. That's when all the teams are basically starting back up, I think.
But an unbelievable amount of damage now. They're going to slow the play. Vancouver Surge arguably will see the lead change. Oh, but a bit of a pinch there from Mercules. Makes this all the harder now to deal with.
This is just an absolute battle. And if we're
Great week for you guys. Thoughts on LAC double first rounded? Again, I said it before, but we were not expecting it. Again, they had played us the closest in scrims, and we were all shocked in the PPA. When we were watching the matches, we were like, "What is going on?" Very surprised.
Look at Dashy, the route he's just taking on the minimap. That's 3 kills in the feed. No one's going to spawn with him, but he does have the arc control. So win long term, OpTic, they're in.
Huge plays from Brandon here. Gets that first kill. Is able to get the second one as well, I think. Oh no, maybe he's not. How do we end up killing these guys? Oh, I'm thinking of the Boston Vault control or Vault hardpoint. Oh, look at this. Ant makes a play here. That gives Brandon. First off, let's see Brandon taking the fucking route. Brandon, or this guy wraps our back Ivy. Brandon gets to the close left spawn. Instant recognition that he can take this route. Bro, when have you seen Brandon take a deep left route like this? Shout out fucking Brandon, dude. As Ant gets through, low single, gets the kill. This guy top art jumps down, tweaks, tries to get him. Reads him jumping down, kills him. Free route for Brandon. Brandon getting fucking active, man. Gets the kill on Nasty. We flip. Huge, man.
The ever important P4 rotation. OpTic at least have 2 players nearby. It's not as clean as you want it, but by the looks of it, they're gonna get it. They got the kill feed, and this is where OpTic turn things up. It is a 15-point difference as the hill spawns. We'll see how much damage they can do.
Nearly unbreakable hard point. OpTic are in first, though. This should be a fantastic moment for them to run this scoreline up. Hook watching the back. Neps down and out. Eyes forward. 04 finds a kill on the approach. He's going to make his way through the side door. The front door now.
Our P4 holes were pretty locked down the entire event. There was one P3 to P4 we absolutely trolled on this map, though. The second P3 to P4 we absolutely trolled. And that could have cost us a low-key. But we were pretty locked down on most of these.
They go into this hill with a 15-second lead. They walk away with it with a 70-point lead and a hellstorm.
Dude, Kyler does the jump and doesn't get rewarded for it. I lost full. That jump is... It's so hard in the moment, I swear. I thought he was going to get rewarded for it. Rourke wallbang was pretty unlucky, if I recall. I mean, I don't think he should be getting wallbang in the first place. That was kind of one of the issues. He knows he like kind of scammed that, but he was like, "Dude, how did I get wallbanged?" I'm like, "Yeah, that kind of sucks, but we learned from it."
OpTic right now, it is the 4-corner approach to go and break this time.
Yeah, it's a way to do it, and it works. Unreal. As clean as you like, that is going to be the break. 35 seconds to go here on P1, and they are holding it together. Abuza, the only man on the right-hand side. Moog trying to keep the front safe. Another attack here towards time dealt with. OpTic in control.
And they kill Abuza as well. His teammates weren't winning the fights. You weren't going to get any of the spawns. OpTic right now dialed in. A special
P1s on this map were insane. Honestly, our P1s on every map were really, really good. Again, honestly, leading up to champs, like that month, Hossie P1 was one that we really had to work on, and we locked the fuck that down. Vault P1 was another, and we were really good at Vault P1. In this tournament. And honestly, bro, this is where I first looked at the scoreboard. I was like, what the fuck? Brandon's 20-5? I was like, what the hell? First rotation is 20-5? But we shout out like for the boys for improving on this, because it was like something we really worked on and we fucking executed on it. LET was a really good rep on Vault P1s. They played Vault P1s really well. We kind of learned a little from them. Everyone got time this week. It was almost always equal across all 4 players. That's how you know you're playing efficient COD, chat.
I'm gonna hit pool. Go on, man. Yeah, kill that kid. Kill that.
Next time I hear someone in my chat saying, "Oh, you guys should not have Brandon be in time," or "You guys should not, or should put Ant more in time," dude, give me a break. Scam map 6. We should have won the protocol search. Yeah. We were most upset with that map. Out of all the ones that we lost, we were most upset with that, for sure. Were Surge your hardest scrims leading up to it? Or nah? No, LAT was for sure. I would say LAT and then Surge. When do I expect roster change for EWC to be announced? I have no idea. Someone said that the roster lock was like yesterday night though. So maybe soon. If teams are making it. I don't know how many teams are going to be making it just for EWC though. We'll see. See, this is where we scammed. Like Mace challenging this, getting wallbanged, and then Brandon also challenging low single and dying. Like, pretty scam. I was like, dude, we had a free P4. We would have been up 100 points. Definitely scammed it, but we made it kind of mixy, honestly. It wasn't such a clean hold for them. What do you think happened at LAT? Just, I have no idea, dude. Zero clue. Very surprised they got double first round in. But what, they lost the game 5 to Boston. Kind of took a lot of the momentum from them after winning back-to-back chips, and then got 3-0'd by Vancouver. No one saw that shit coming. DF hard.
And he's doing so. He wins the gunfight. Now the players in the time are in a pinch. Watch for the doors to slide through. Not a problem for them. Dashy on the back.
And indicated that only one team gave them good scrims and we were worried about it. What team was it? I mean, it's what I was saying. I think LAT was the only one that was kind of really playing us close every time. I would say Vancouver in hard points was giving us close ones every now and then. But LAT was definitely the more consistent across like everything.
This into a 15-point game. Yeah, here we go. What a fantastic hold.
Were you shocked by how good Boston was? Honestly, kind of, yeah. But I think it's really typical that they got top 3 without winning a hard point. Or they won 1 hard point, right? The skyline at the end. But it didn't really matter. But winning searches and controls to get top 3 is pretty typical. Baze wasn't dogging you guys in scrims. We didn't really play them, so. Look at him, he's at 32 and 14, and I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen him on my screen. How mad was the after party? We didn't really go to our after party. We were with just people from the organization. Went to a nice like restaurant / bar type thing, and we were just all hanging out with each other, people from the org. Big kills here. Look at that, bro. Brandon absolutely just fried them on this rotation. A second one money, kills the guy. We were gonna kill the guy ammo anyway, but he still rips him. Gets another one pool. Bro, this guy, he's just tucking right here. If that was on his pop, it would have looked crazy. Just holding the cat stairs just makes this a super clean hold. Just good team shots there, staying down for each other, staying alive. Fortunately, Mason dies on time. They spawn in the back. Make it a little mixy, but still a really good time for it, regardless.
Desperate for any bit of time they can give. Final 20 will keep them afloat in the game. And you can see
Are y'all not in the Codcaster spectating backstage? No, we're in Codcaster. Just we see the same Codcaster you see. We don't get a special POV.
This game is gonna end.
We can't like switch and stuff to whoever we want. We just get the same like regular POV.
Usual spots covered here from OpTic. They've got the rotation again. 0-4 from time. Great work there from OpTic to bring him down. Nasty still alive on a 4 spree.
This is the fight. Nasty versus Hoop. This is for the spawns and Hoop.
Dash said he was gonna ask if you can get the POV for a video. I mentioned on stream last night. Yeah, unfortunately the ISO cam was on Mason that map, but I'm gonna see what we could do because I know Raj is looking at to see if theater mode, if it was corrupted for him or not. So I'm hoping it wasn't corrupted on everything, bro. I hope.
A red dot gets it. A massive turning point right now for Surge. They're gonna have spawn control. They've got a contest on time. Mercury's keeping it back.
And look at number 5 on the minimap, 0-4. He's just containing these players. You can't take a single route on the map. You are being funneled through the left side into his
Here I was getting a little nervous because this is not really a situation you want to be in.
7 seconds left on this hill, and finally they're trying to take the rounds, but you have Vancouver right back in the game.
But again, we make it this we make this P4 hold a mixie. That's all we need to do.
Eyes on the hard point. There's still 14 seconds to go here. That is ample time you want. If it comes down to the wire, every second's gonna count. And you got a Boozer watching the
We actually spawned this first guy out. We just teamwork these guys front line so well. Like that, all those kills, like even though like the trades happen, we die, our spawners are coming up and we're gonna get timings towards the front of the hill because like this guy's gonna be watching the cross. He's gonna kill one, but he's not gonna be able to see like number 1. No one has the cross for him, so Kyler can get through. They have to back up from time to get their backdoor, which opens up things for number 2 to get past. Number 4 can maybe get past 2. Antwin's a huge one at the crate here. Kill the guy front line. Only guy to help this guy on time is Top Art. So we can just bang the time. Again, make this mixy, and that was everything that we needed to do. Mason gets a kill in the back, get the kill side door. Perfect. Like, we don't end up holding the rest of this, but that's all we needed to do is make sure that they couldn't win off of it.
Vancouver Surge, well, they can no longer win it here. Funnily enough, we might be going to a final P1.
And Ant wins this 2-piece. He can pressure Old, and by pressuring Old, he sets up like everything for the rest of the team to just be able to pick up what we need to pick up, and make them have to clear him on Old time before they can start actually working the P1. So they all like flood towards Old time. We can get set up, and we only have to really worry about these P5 or these P4 people. Ant has all the right for us. They can only chow you. Unfortunately, they do win a gunfight here, but we played the rest of these trades so well. Look at this spot by Ant, by the way. They stun him too, but he chows at the exact right time. This guy, Cat, doesn't see him. Kyler stays alive towards close side. Just perfect trades on the P1. So glad we worked on it and were able to improve. And again, Brandon absolutely blacks out 43 and 24 in a really big vault hardpoint. Their best hardpoint map, and one that I'm pretty sure they've won like 9 straight going into it.
250 to 230.
LFG, thank you for the sub too. Thank you guys.
OpTic 3-1.
I need to beat that best play, by the way. If we could get a look at that, God, being for good reason.
Hey, Random Brian, appreciate the sub. Thank you, man.
You need it is the 2 best in the game. The records are great. Vancouver, though.
Must be so proud of the boys for going back to back because all the hard work you put on the team. Yeah, we put in a lot of hard work this final month. I was doing a lot of shit, and the team itself, I'm proud of them for doing a lot of shit too. We wanted this bad. Kilroy's appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you, man. So yeah, that's why I wasn't really streaming and doing content much this month.
Bomb on their heads VODs on the vault. He's also a player willing to pull out.
Oh, this protocol search, man. Oh, we could have went 4-1. That would have been so much more clean. Bro, this, okay. This was so annoying because, yo, typical out of Seattle for changing it up, but they love to do this big door thing, the double big door, obviously. But we realized, like, watching their VOD, they were pretty slow to wrap back towards B if they were doing this double big door. But again, they prepared for us. They realized, like, Ant could take this route. I had never seen their top trips, Abuza player, wrap back to this fucking B-bomb site so quick in one of their VODs. Every single time in their VODs, they were pretty slow on it. The one time he's quick on it, he picks it up right away. I've never seen him do it that fast. It was always slow. And I was like, fuck, dude, we talked about it, and he actually did it fast this time. So I was pretty upset by that, but typical for them to change it up.
The bomb has been dropped by Hook. So recovery now essential. And Merc takes care of Nasty, but wait, it's all down to him.
So I was like, damn, dude, I went over with him, with Ant specifically, and of course that loses us around, and I was like, oh. But shit, like, he still played for it somewhat. It was just, it probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Merc checks it again, wise beyond his years. But there's looking and there's truly observing, and he has not seen it. We're going to keep roaming around. We're going to look for that bomb, maybe. Clock. We're there. The nade just keeps him in position. Wait for a Boozer to spring the trap.
Yeah, and I love that play from Hercules too, hoping that Neptune scams, but good plays being made on the flip side. Neptune does not overcommit. Waits for his teammate to go over, make sure you get the trades. That is a perfectly played 2v1 situation. Abuza has yet to die in the S&D.
No deaths yet for Abuza. 2-0 there in that round. OpTic on defense this time. We're going to see Neptune carry that bomb. A lot of love towards the A-bomb site as we descend down the elevator. Lovely timing. Unfortunately, maybe too good there with the trophy. Bounces off a teammate's head.
Well, you've at least cleared out the site, though.
Were you guys slamming in scrims before champs? We were doing really well. When Ant says we're frying in scrims, he's not lying. It's just, again, we weren't really executing at the tournaments when we were frying in the scrims. This time we did. This is a good play by 04. We were picking up the late P2 pinch, but he just did it like super late, much later than we thought. Does Merc use a dry or damp towel to rub his hands between round and matches? Dry one. He just takes a regular towel. Some people do it. The only other person I've coached that did it was Suda Happy.
Locked in the game mode. The strats on point in Neptune, a 4-0 start.
04, I mean, unable to read that kind of play. OpTic were nowhere near it. They were so focused on the players who could be the inside of that bomb site. We've seen it all year long. It's not an easy thing to do, but everyone's getting a little bit more creative, and especially here at the tail end of Black Ops 6.
Plan on watching any Thieves or FaZe matches? Yeah. We're going to do the grand finals today, chat. Tomorrow we'll do all the winners bracket matches that we had, and then we'll go into the other matches and watch those. He needs to get some gamer grab. He uses that too. He does that and wipes.
Same page, different look. Shotzi down, 04, getting himself one tracer there. They're good for now. That trophy is only going to do so much. Hook still with that bomb, trying to make something happen over the top.
Keep in mind though, this is everybody.
Yeah, chat. Thank you, Thick, for pinning that. But go sub to the YouTube if you haven't already. I'm going to be posting the calm reaction and this whole VOD of the grand final stuff to YouTube. If you guys missed it.
He has one in this round. It's going to make those long distance fights just a little bit trickier to manage. So Hook's clearing space, but I would imagine A's going to end up being the call.
And Mercury's the only player here with an aims. All the time. An opportunity to cause some problems. Hook's been taking a whirlwind tour with this bomb. He's gone all around the place. Are they going to spy out Neptune? Sure have. Fights on.
Did a good job to ISO.
Plenty of time. Everybody's grouped up together. Abuza might be coming to check this.
Is he coming? Dashy there still up close.
That was a really good adjustment.
And OpTic clearly a team that has put in the time and work to be able to be effective on this map. Dashy again a handful of times on the attacking rounds. He's pulling out the Jackal.
It's gonna be a VOD. Yes. Look at the pin. Go sub to the YouTube if you have it already. I'm gonna post everything.
Hard work pays off.
Outside to take those fights with Mercury back on attack.
Dropping down, going straight for it. Another bang out we have, and OpTic are squaring. That is 3 players down low. You hit the eject button, you get out. 0-4 back to taking space towards mid, and similar to Shotzi, man is soaring.
0-4 has managed to catch himself into a whole world of trouble. He's surrounded.
Good thing Mace was there, bro. Mace being there, backtrip store is so big because otherwise this guy would have just insta hit Brandon because he saw him jump across. Huge plays. And Brandon rips this guy on the heady.
Done. Blink and you miss it. We're all tied up 2-2.
Yeah, and Mercules' instincts are an absolute spectacle. Not only he throws the.
Muslily, what did you say about map 2? Just chalk and forget it? Yeah, 100%. I mean, they just kind of ran us in the map. You kind of just gotta move forward with it. That was their map pick. You just move forward to the next respawn. Gotta keep it rolling. I said something like.
Trading offensive and defensive.
What did I say? I don't know if it was after that one or after the this map or the Hossie control. I was like, yo, no one said this shit was gonna be fucking easy, bro. Like, basically because we went stopping through the winners bracket with 9-0, but I mean, you still gotta be fucking turnt for grand finals. Anyone can win any day.
Trades are fantastic. OpTic coming out on top.
Great job by Shotzi just to buy the time for Mercules to help. You got the man advantage, and you got a man trapped in.
This is a good adjustment because we saw them going big door a lot. They hit outer P2 and kind of adjusted it based off of it.
The clutch was on, but OpTic again. Play call there, presumably by Shotzi to go outside.
Last round, you're gonna see Mace not shoot his gun instantly when he slides. I thought that was a glitch. Is there a setting nowadays? I don't. Is that on the patch that we were playing on too? I'm pretty sure that didn't it get patched or they add the setting after our patch?
Already the leg up. Stabilize and search and destroy a 3-2 lead.
Maybe too personal of a question, but do coaches get a bonus for winning champs since the players get a huge paycheck? Depends on your contract. But yeah, like we get a small percentage of the prize pool.
Here to meet him.
Yeah, the problem is though, yeah, you get hit first if you're OpTic, you get the guns up at the ready. Dashy managed not to spot 0-4 out, but who does? Trade's great. 0-4 in a bad spot though.
I hear that user.
Great coverage from Abuza, allows him to get away with his life and the man advantage.
Problem is they don't have the bomb.
Ant played. I was talking about this in the comms video, but Ant played this so well. All the timings, everything that he was doing was fucking perfect.
Effectively patrolling the bomb.
Did he see him there? I assumed he saw him, right? Number 7.
The bomb's still very much in control.
Like he was just playing off the timing with like when people could pick up the bomb and stuff.
Stun connect. Are they going to play down low? No need.
Map lost things, yeah. If we would have lost the tournament, this map would have been. Oh man, this we would have been regretting this so bad.
Spiral check. 1v1. Hello. 1v1. Shotzi lives.
Played it so well. Hey, K-Man, appreciate the tier 1 gift, bro. Thank you.
And that is exactly what you wanted as an OpTic fan. What a 2v1.
We're talking about it in the comms video again too, but dude, he was about to say some rogue shit. I'm glad he cut himself off. He said afterwards what he was gonna say to us, and dude, I'm very glad he's PR chain.
They are feeling the heat, and you can even watch the 200 IQs being laid. He's checking the bomb every 10-15 seconds, always poking his head out, making sure it's still there, playing around it perfectly.
I'm not kidding, Ontario, you are one of my favorite crowds yet.
Dude, we knew this guy was P1 and our nades don't hit. Or Brandon's nade doesn't hit. I think Ant's nade hits, but Brandon's doesn't, and we don't kill the guy P1. This was such a big round too. Like, we know he was here. We're trying to double nade him. I think Brandon tried to bounce it off of this the green crate here onto P1, and I guess it didn't hit him. Backside P1.
That's a massive catch. Vancouver needs something to work for him. They've got middle map control. Shut down Dashy, and well, now it's the dynamic SMG duo trying to hold this off in a 2v4.
Well, the gruesome twosome now down low. What are they going to do? Hey, boys, we're all here to catch you. Shotzi, 1v4. Why not? I don't think this one is going to be likely. Given the circumstances.
Did Hicks overnight the trophy and chains, or did he know something we didn't before champs? No, it was Roger who kind of pre-fired it. Shout out Raj.
Yeah, the round has just collapsed. Nice moment there for Vancouver. Trying to keep
Any insight if the other three players are going to stream today? I assume Ant will get on tonight. Brandon and Mace were streaming yesterday, so I assume they'll stream tonight as well. But no one really streams during the day. That's kind of wanted to stream during the day because usually they'll get on late afternoon or night, just to give you guys another POV so that when tonight rolls around we can watch together. Or sorry, you guys can watch it with them, whatever. Oh, Damon's live too. Shout out Damon.
He is tagged up one shot and he wins the gunfight anyway.
That's the bomb down as well. 04 looking for the quick hit. He might catch him. Bruce is going to check this. No, he's not. So 04 gets one back. Does not have the bomb to play with though. He has to go recover now.
Yeah, that is such a slow trade rolling through. And now the map is just going to be weird.
Boozer has huge intel. Bomb recovered. Just based on a Boozer's positioning, OpTic are definitely making.
Dude, such a big 1v1 here by Ant. Top trips, or sorry, top dubs. Huge 1v1.
That's the important one.
Bro, I thought we were up 5-4 in this. It was 5-3. Wow. Man, if we would have lost this tournament, this would have been such a heartbreaker, this map. I thought this shit was a lock. Hey, appreciate the sub. Thank you for the resub, Caveman. Were you surprised FaZe picked Hasi Hardpoint? Yeah, I was actually. Honestly, I was surprised they picked Team A. I thought they were going to pick Team B versus S. They usually like picking Team B versus S. But they picked Team A.
And how about that first blood from Dashy? He is overwhelmed on the sidewalk. He is supine, hanging out, and still manages to get the first blood. And then after that, Shotzi is just...
Armor said that Boston only won one map in scrims last month.
He is cold-blooded.
Yeah, and respawns we kind of random.
He wins the gunfight top grannies, and Dashy wins the impossible. He had 24 HP, still finds a way to get the win, and then Shotzi, the dance up top. Once he wins this gunfight, the other two players are going to be trapped back sight, and he is running it down.
I mean, this is the perfect example of the right gun for the job.
What do you think was the biggest moment of the grand finals? I know the search was used, but any particular moment? The 2-1 round in protocol control. 100%. The protocol control 2-1 round was the moment that changed everything, I think.
So far, Surge coming out on top. Opening salvos there. Dashy somehow catches that one. Hook unscathed on the attack.
Dude, I cannot believe this guy called the RC right behind the computers, man. I was like, how is he getting away with that? That's crazy to call it in there, no?
One of the most clutch players in Call of Duty history. And you gotta make sure if he is weak, you hunt him.
Mini, it wasn't Hawaiian Bros again, don't worry. We went to like a nice restaurant bar thing. Like a super nice one in Toronto.
But only just. Down 5-4 and down 3-1 in the series. If Vancouver lose this protocol, it would spell disaster.
I was mind blown he called the RC car right over there. I was like, damn, bro, that like could not have just not blown himself up too. Like that's, I feel like that's so risky.
He picks up a second kill after that as well. That is a heads-up decision that could have been catastrophic for Vancouver Surge, but instead they're one round away from tying it up. We go down low again to the depths. 04 from up.
Is everyone back in Texas now? Yeah.
A little bit of noise, a little bit of discourse. Anyone there? Nobody home.
Oh, this round was so unfortunate, man. Oh man, this was the round where I was like, bro, we should have won it off here, because we get the pick on this guy P2. First off, we stun this guy low trips. Great stun by Brandon to know this guy was there. He jumps down, gets the kill. Ant tries to get away, but what he was telling me, like his movement, instead of going like straight to the right, it went diagonal. So it opened himself up to this P2 guy. Nasty kills him. And that's such a big kill because he had a car. So he could have used the car for us in a 4v3 retake. And we would have 100% won that shit. But since he dies, we don't have the car. Now it's 3v3 retake. It's not really in our favor that much anymore. This was like, oh, that was so unfortunate that he died. Having the car on a 4v3 retake would have been so much easier.
Dashy trying to provide support as well from the outside, but Surge giving him very little to work with. There we go, all down to Bruce, and it absolutely stinks. Championship.
And Dashy's got the AR in hand, so no aggression down low, at least not yet.
OpTic, the only team with trophy systems to play with here. They have 2 to work with.
It's round 11. We kind of just feeling them out.
Abuza shows face.
Yeah, eyes on Abuza.
But damn, 5-3, dude. Again, if we lost this tournament, it would have been all on this map with that 5-3 comeback.
Things right down again. No one's giving anything away. Shotzi with the bomb exchanges hands as they make their way down low.
Taking their time.
I feel like this year we didn't really see any new stuff used at Champs. It wasn't like new like spots and stuff, but you saw a little new strats and stuff. We kind of retooled our search, so maybe things that aren't as noticeable. But I mean, we have stuff in our pocket. It wasn't really situations to really use it. Like those specific ones. We saw Hydra use that wallbang on red card. We saw him use it earlier too. Or I think in at least one of the matches. Or maybe not. Maybe, I mean, he did it to us in Scrim, so we knew about that shit too. Maybe it wasn't in a match. Maybe it was just a Scrim. He did it to us in Scrim like at least a month ago, so we knew about it too.
And away we go. Abuza sneaks through the front door, and now Mercules. The map. Oh, it was on his shoulders.
What did you expect to see in the finals? I mean, once the first round matches happened, I thought it would be LAT or Atlanta for sure. But then once it was like top 4, I was like probably Miami or Vancouver. I was like Vancouver's better respawn, Miami's better S&D. So it's like a toss up. And this map, it was like, oh, there were so many winnable things. But honestly, they played this well. For a team that doesn't really play this map, they actually played this pretty well. This was similar to Karachi Control from last year, if you guys remember. It was the same thing, like what's it called? Like New York didn't really play Karachi Control, right? And they won it against us. So it kind of like reminded me of that.
Not worried about the spawn kills. Abuza waits for his teammates. Now they're going to be going for the B break.
They'll have their suppression from Boom, trying to keep these boys away.
Our scrims against Miami, I was most nervous about them. Scrims were good against Miami.
Hit the go button. Number 8's going to be picking up Rock. He's got Dashy to meet him, and Dashy had the timing go his way. The opening lane from OpTic.
For scrims before Champs were phase at 100T better than they were at Champs. We didn't play phase, so I couldn't tell you. But 100T, 100%. Was not expecting them to get double first rounded. For sure.
OpTic yet to sort of figure this one out, but back to the standard. Chauncey on B.
There's on B for a second. Sees the barrel of 04, a freebie. Quick nade out. Second segment secured. He's looking to get the capture as well. These nades are going to just push him around. It's not going to get him off time yet. Mercury said help out. Oh, they contest the right moment. And they get it. Nearly done. Nasty. One more kill from behind. Chauncey wins his as well. And that should be B.
That kid is a magician. He is always a distraction, and he knows he wants the spawn.
Did you think LAT came out flat because they were expecting easier comp? No idea. No idea what's going through their heads. Maybe. I have no idea.
5 in a row.
I could not tell you. Only one team can answer that question.
Flawless victory. 7 in a row.
Round 3.
When you're scrimming, do you know how like the other side of the brackets teams, how they're doing? No, there's no way for us to know. This was all Ant just spawn killing their base, and we just stacked the points. It was pretty easy.
They take the round as well.
When Ant got the 4th piece on B, did you guys spawn Lambo? Yeah, I mean, we were spawning Lambo. The problem was, like, we were trying to get to the point, but also, like, again, and in a vacuum, probably stays down and plays a point, but dude, just got a 4-piece and blacked the fuck out. And that dopamine, feeling that, getting the 4-piece, and you're not weak really, or you're instant regenning, and you know the timing of the guy Art, bro, if he doesn't just like jump once, he wins the fight too. Unfortunately, that kind of like cost us the round, but dude, you're doing that every day of the week if you get a 4-piece like that. Like, again, in a vacuum, yes, you stay down to the point, but this is real life we're talking about.
2-2 split here for Surge.
And opening breaks on this map are crucial just to get the ball rolling. Trophies.
He's going for the kill tack, yeah.
Well, first blood gets traded out. OpTic though with the advantage. Abuza trying to cover over towards him, but he's getting pinched anyway. Shots behind you. The cleanup kills, and now everyone from Vancouver spawning.
If he got the 5-piece, I would have been floating. Yo, straight up, dude. I was so hype after that. I was like, oh my god. And then we ended up losing the round. I'm like, how the fuck did we lose that round?
Abuza's feeling it right now. Still though, you need pressure on the objectives.
Formal said Chad doesn't understand because they never got a 4-piece like that, but there's no way anyone doesn't take that shot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, in a vacuum, if everyone had the perfect shit in their mind, yeah, he stays down. But dude just got a 4-piece and he's not weak, and he knows the timing of the guy coming off spawn, going through Art to plat. Like, he is taking that shot. Like, he did one little jump thing that kind of fucked him up, and that's the only thing that went wrong. It wasn't that he chowed, it was that he like jumped like a second time.
Well, that timing doesn't go his way. Now he's going to be chasing ghosts.
I'm not sure if they actually confirmed the capture on A. There we go. Finally, Neptune. It took 3 attempts to get that pixel. Stunned up. Now,
yeah, everyone's heat checking that moment, chat. Every player, dude.
04, you have got to give us something great.
Oh no,
that's not how it starts. It's not over yet.
Oh, it's 2 in the feed.
He's dancing. Great coverage from Abuza. This is perfect.
Are they going to hard commit to this A site? It looks like they are. Yeah, 2 players coming in from connector. They're going to have to get this done.
No, I'm not saying it was right or wrong, but was it a normal spawn to spawn Lambo for OpTic? Yeah, that's where you spawn. That's like the default spawn.
15v15, and now Nasty. Gunfight to win. Put him back in your spawn. Nope. Hoop right gun in the right moment. Gotta keep the pressure up, and 04 just can't get anything going. He gets caught again.
That was real bad. That was a tough one for him there. 4 and 12. It shows in the stat line. Timing a little bit off. Abuza though, 10 and 6 with a little bit of magic there up his sleeve. Can Neptune conjure up something disgusting? Get 3.
What can OpTic do to clean up their control? Bro, we play control really fucking well this event.
That's the question. It's on.
And now it's Neptune going to be dealing with the spawners. Abuza just needs to stay alive and let his teammates do the work.
Here we go. Nep over the top there with a Jackal. Nades out to slow them down. Progress on B. The counter-attack is looking good from OpTic. Shotzi through the threshold, catches out Abuza.
Oh, and Neptune gets caught. Dashy makes the late read. Now 04 is going to feel overwhelmed. He's got Nasty for a little bit of support, but it's a square up for the final tick.
They get the second segment in, the final tick.
Groups are already out.
And 04 is going to retreat. Buy some space, wait for the boys.
Oh, I guess they're just doing it based off champs placings, right?
They start to give him a couple, and here we go. Neptune finds the second man. 1 on the flank, 1 on the plat.
And they're taking their time. They're waiting for these players to show themselves. But now OpTic, you're going to have to hit the gold one. You got to do it now.
It's absolutely... Oh my word, Nasty was stuck in...
I wonder if we play the new control. I wonder if the patch changes, or if we play on the old patch. They haven't told us yet, but it'll be interesting. Because it like completely changes, obviously.
Wait for the squad was huge.
It's the teamwork right now rolling through for Vancouver. They're just insane.
Did you and Karma ever think, let's let the boys rock between maps and not come up to them? No. Because that would take them out of their element, too.
Set you up on the zone, and a similar thing happened over towards B.
This was crazy, by the way. Holy shit. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, if you see this on the map, dude, I'm tweaking. Bro, breakdanced.
We're doing backflips on it.
He's breakdancing on him. That's a first.
That looked insane. He did a straight up barrel roll.
It's what we call them. Wow. Always have.
That was insane.
I wonder what he did to make it look like that. If it was just a regular slide, I'm going to lose full.
The capoeira. Wild. Onto A. Hook into the kill feed. Neptune, an unbelievable amount of damage there through the wall. Nasty on the pickup. and we're out.
Shotzi heads up again, knowing to play his life, and he wants to help his teammates get out
Good
of the
play
spawn
by Ant.
rather than
Really good
fight
play.
for the spawner. Shotzi always an incredible decision maker, sometimes terrible throwing nades.
That was a good. It looked a
never
little
mind,
weird.
yeah,
No, it was a bit weird looking in Concast. I mean, he nailed that. He gets a segment, and we are watching a wonderful live here from Shotzi. Perfect play here from Surge.
Dude, look how he plays this, man.
They take the flat, they know where he is.
Like even that, like he dies there, but he plays it similarly. How like he kind of just isolates gunfights, even though he's getting surrounded by 3 fucking people.
He has to drag this pressure back and make sure
Like being able to play timings like that is so difficult, man. It looks so much easier because of the X-ray, but bro, in game that shit is crazy. You'll see it when he does the 4-piece later on in this round, or was it the round after this? Or is it, wait, is it this round?
Superstar finds himself another. 44 paused on 8.
No, it's the final round, right?
Slow capture. B's getting the love as well there from Shotzi, doing it alone.
Yeah, 2-2 round.
Vancouver Surge. Oh, Vancouver Surge. They're so aware. Everywhere you look, there's a member in white, and they are slaying so far.
Yeah, and Nasty set up for the spawn kills. He's going to be in lobby, and yeah, that kill feed's starting to look disruptive. Hook there for the trades, but now it's number 8, next man in line. He is on a 4 spree doing this, and he's been in every single corner inside a lobby. Finally, they root him out. Finally, the B zone's open, but 25 seconds left on the clock.
Can you speak on the advantages of having champs winning experience from MW3? Oh, I think it was big for Brandon and Ant because they knew the situation. Obviously, completely new territory for Mason. Kyler has won champs too, but it was online, so it was a little bit different, not in front of crowd. But
And they save the zone again.
very important for Ant and Brandon to know like what to expect for sure. Hey, appreciate it, Turtle. Thank you, man.
For the moment, 16v9. OpTic right now, you're trying to squeeze water out of a rock. See how many of these ticks you can get.
7.7. Will it be lucky for OpTic right now to get B? Second segment, that helps. Shots is going to get tagged up again. Hook there for the trade. Keeps the capture going. Oh, but there it is. Neptune's 5th in a row. Is it enough to save it? Mercules can dive on time. Wait a minute. Oh, and chooses wrong. Chooses the wrong zone to dive onto, sadly.
This is it's so typical at a Surge, honestly, because they don't play Hasi control, and I felt like that. Like Hasi, we were really good at towards like the end of this, and they were playing this really well.
Neptune's best play, and I don't know which one you pick, because he was making plays all over this round.
I'm surprised we win this next round. Chad, this next round, the end of this defense, we played this shit perfectly to send it to round 5. End up losing the map anyways, but for them to force a round 5 based on this scenario, I actually think we played the last like 30 or what was it? The last minute perfect.
Defensive end, Abuza Nasty, 10 apiece.
Because we go down huge on lives. They have a really good break, and I think they get up like at least 8 lives, right, or something like that. Huge 2-piece by Brandon to retake the A. Or retake B, I mean.
A very big missed opportunity for Vancouver Surge.
RSD goes around the world. Takes care of Mercules. No
JP in New York when Neptune was there? Yeah, it was. Honestly, yeah, definitely a huge turnaround. He's grown much more as a player in terms of like impact and stuff. I don't think our situation was really good for him in the first place. Anyways, that roster was kind of like, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff going on in that roster. But, you know, he played so well this year.
Watching out for the players coming from spawn. 45 seconds to go here in our round.
You guys were so efficient at trading and not going 4 down as much. I 100% agreed. I think our trades and the way we were playing off each other was fucking optimal. Straight up efficient. That's what we really were able to hone in on. Like some of that type of stuff was, this last month was just perfecting that, and they executed.
They've cleared out Dashy, and now that B zone's going to be open. Nasty trying to funnel him through. And Mercules reads them. Great instinct, great timing, but nonetheless, the action over here, it's a 2-minute.
Thank you for that, Breezers. Appreciate that message.
Shotzi on a flank now, alongside Mercules, trying to get these players off time. Away Abuza, he goes wide. Oh, Abuza with the damage on Mercules, in for the kill from 04, and now the Hook's gone.
So when they cap B and they get us in like a little mini spawn trap here, I was like, oh shit. But we play the rest of this like, the rest of this round straight up perfect.
Nasty's here for the
I thought we were down a lot more lives. Never mind then.
Hook finally wins that one.
Like, look at the arrows of ours and just the way we're clearing shit and trading off of each other. It gets very, very good. Or maybe it was here. Oh yeah, here. Like we're down 14-10.
It's a 1v1. Abuza holding it together, waiting for the reinforcements. And there it is in the form of Nasty. One segment down.
Mercury's on the pinch though, at least gets a guy out at a time, so that's why we're hiding in corners. Players rolling through. Abuza, close range, gets it done.
Like every trade goes our way. Even though they might get a kill, the trades are in and we stay on the right footing because they spawn deep, obviously. Wow, it was 11-6 here.
Can we get some space here? Who's the only man up now with guns at the ready?
Like we had to play this last minute perfect. Tough to send it to round 5.
Vancouver just need the trades. They need the trades that they are currently not getting. 0-4, 13 and 20 falls.
Neptune on the right flank. No lives left.
8-4.
Merc from top office. As Nep just causing problems. Dips a toe. Audio.
Look, Kyler staying alive there. Adjusts. Kills this guy. We still have our guy low U. Can kill anyone on point if they go to the right corner. Mason gets away towards well. Sees this guy. Like, we're just playing off of each other so well. Kyler helps him there. So Mason's not alone. And picks up left side. Get the kill open. We know last guy's U. Just played it so well, dude. Actually just played it perfect. I was like, after that round, we don't win this. Also, I thought we were defense. Hey, the game bugs and says that we're defense, but we're offense here. Like, look, OpTic Texas is defending, most segments captured. It's just bug, bro. I thought we were defense, and then they spawn in and they say they're offense. It's Codcaster's just fucking bugged. Thanks, game.
Ontario full of OpTic fans, they do travel. OpTic on the attack. And at this point in time, it's anyone's game. We've seen it all. Onto B, but not without a bit of trouble. Neps first.
Neptune trying to will him to victory right now with 32 kills. Last man standing, Mercules traded out. Efficient work there from Vancouver. It's a good opening break.
Surge now, forward, surge now. Push in pace. A couple of sweet kills from who can actually buy you the tiniest bit of room to breathe. Neptune, it's another gut punch. The air is gone again.
And Neptune continues to pull the disappearing act. He is loving the Lambo pinch, but the pressure over towards B in the short term. Mercules just can't find the thread. Hook identified and traded as well. 0-4, big two-piece there in that moment. And Shotzi, last man.
Am played this so well, dude. This is his element right here. The plaid and fences here on this Hossie. He's just straight up in his element.
A is a player on it, B as well. Shotzi trying to do it all alone. And this is great work. Mercules on the point forward.
Look at the help from Mason too, bumping off the A point.
Shotzi still there. 0-4, what damage and bad timing.
They're coming from all directions, dude. And he just is able to finesse so well. Dude, once he pulled out the pistol, got this kill, I was like, oh my god. So obviously, chat, yeah, sure, he stays down, bro. Whatever, we capped the point. But dude, he just got a 4-piece. He's like barely, he's gonna regen going into this next gunfight. He does like an extra little jump thing and dies, unfortunately, for it. And then Mason also dies top art. And that gets fucked. Optimal scenario, if we're in a fucking vacuum and no one plays off emotions and shit, which is never gonna happen. He stays down, caps B. Mason goes top art and kills or tries to take an engagement here, and then they play off of that. But dude, no one's a fucking robot. No one is gonna do that. He's going for the kill attack because he knows the timing of them being at this door and him regenning gives him a very good chance to gunfight. It wasn't even the gun that he chowed. It was that he just jumped like an extra time or whatever. Like based off that jump that he does here, he gets to like the non-dexterity fucking thing. But 10 times out of 10, every time, you know, someone gets in that situation, they're doing that shit. Especially when you know the timing of everything. So, unfortunately, we trolled the round because we don't win off of it, but you can't blame them for doing it. It's just gonna happen. We don't live in a vacuum.
Back to spawn. All right, Shotzi. How much mana do you have left? Let's see some more magic with 20 seconds to go. Neptune. He hits the Divaterium nade and cuts those
Non-dexterity thing. I'm just talking about how the jump makes you like shoot windies sometime in this game.
Looking to get some contest. Gotta get moving. 5.4 paused. Anyone there to help? No good. No good. And that's it.
So that was a dagger, unfortunately. Dude, I remember going up to the stage, and we were all just like, "Yo, let's reset here. Let's go to the PPA." So everyone goes to the PPA. I remember, dude, Ant stands up. He goes, "Fuck!" I knew he was like, "How the fuck did we lose that round after he made that play?" But we reset. Everyone goes back to the PPA. Everyone like bathroom break until we talk to each other. We're just, yo, everyone chill the fuck out. Like, we got this. We're going to a Hasi search. They don't like this shit. It's literally the auto veto. They haven't won this shit all year. Just run our shit. Like, play our game. PPA is just the like our practice room, our private room.
Oh man, we'll get a replay of that.
So this is us coming back from the break, and we go into a Hasi search, which we absolutely ran them in. We played this so well.
The stuns and nades will tell a different story. That's a +3 on that one alone.
This just stopped them in their tracks. Wow, the utility perfect right there from OpTic. And now that initial plan
Was the red card hardpoint veto like Vista last year, where you guys weren't bad at it? It was just happy to square up on the other hardpoints. Yeah, I think our map pool was just so good that we were down to play all the other hardpoints. That we didn't really need to, or we could afford to have an auto veto. We didn't really need to play red card.
They're gonna have to readjust.
And they're playing so quietly. Oh yeah.
It was basically the same shit as last year. Yeah.
That's a problem. Neptune bites off way more than he can chew. A ton of damage done, and Abuza unable to catch a single tag.
Wow, again, that is all from the stuns and nades, stopping him in their tracks and backing Vancouver down. Great shoulders being thrown.
I think losing the 6-5 search to potentially going up 4-1 definitely give Vancouver hope. Oh, 100%. That's what I say. If we end up losing that tournament, we would have regretted that map so hard because of the 5-3 comeback.
Solid as a rock.
Flawless. Like he's
We worked on our map pool so much on them during this month break that again we could afford to have the auto veto.
But he is challenging him in 04. There you go. The coverage from the top.
Like we were so confident to play the other maps too.
He's on a 4 spree.
Didn't really matter.
That's gonna fall. The adjustments. We know Vancouver, a team guaranteed to have a strong game plan rolling in. Neptune taking the bomb over towards Zay.
What is Miami versus Surge or Boston versus Surge that decided the instant ban on red card? What is Miami versus Surge or Boston versus Surge? I don't know what you mean. Try and rephrase that if possible.
You might not be playing with
This is a really good close counter. This is perfect, just hard counter to the strat. How come you beat a vault to control? Because that was the only one that Surge was winning the whole tournament.
Now Neptune shook.
It just happened to be that like the teams we were going up against were better at, or were playing vault and were better at it. There's no point for us to play it.
So at this point in time, OpTic is going to be set up, find a corner, cover as
Like we were really comfortable. Honestly, we are comfortable on every control map, but like a lot of teams just like playing vault control. So we were like, yo, square up on the one that they don't like.
2-1 OpTic.
Yeah, and commanding again in these top always. Dashy's 5-1, Mercury's 2-1. The ARs for Vancouver, Nasty 1-3, in Abuza 0-2. If you're able to control
JP, what happened when playing dealership map 2? We were just not able to veto that map. I feel like that map is a coin flip, and Vancouver is good at that map. I mean, but Vancouver is good at red card search as well, and we have a really good record on dealership. It's just problem is like dealership just getting vetoed versus us, so we never really had reps on it in matches except. Last time we played it was the loss versus LAT, but we were still comfortable on it. They kind of just hard played some of our shit. We have to go back and retool some of our dealership. I feel like it's a little dated. Kind of people were just playing off of what we did.
With the 2-1 lead.
3-1 split here from Vancouver.
Was it Miami versus Surge or was it Boston versus Surge that led to instantly banning red card? I mean, we were gonna ban red card regardless because we just didn't like it as much. Unless the team that went to finals also just didn't like red card, we were probably gonna ban it. Like, I think I can share that now. Like, you probably, You probably would realize that after the vetoes, like we just instant banned double red card, dude. It was literally like last year with Vista and Rio. We only didn't veto Rio in the finals because we would rather play them on Rio or New York on Rio because they didn't play that shit either, and it would be a much easier chance of them winning a high rise. Bruce said as well, yeah. I mean, it's not a secret.
No one has ever forgotten about Sharksy. If there is water on a mat, he will be there to figure out.
A little Sharksy play, a little water out for this win. Really good play.
Defender of the A site at the top hallways right now. OpTic are swarming around.
We were just locked down on this Hossie.
Yeah, and they absolutely got 3 hit markers there. So
Again, this was one that they didn't really like though. I'm pretty sure they hadn't won it the entire year. The last time they had played it was the online match versus us when we 3-0'd them.
Number 5 is going to be overwhelmed. Mercury's here looking for the kill. Great damage on the nades.
Mace played that so well.
And he gets out with his life.
Just played the overextend on the A site very, very clean.
Oh, nearly able to get himself 2 out of that. So man advantage OpTic.
Nasty's going to be waiting for.
I heard y'all took someone's strat. Is it true?
But OpTic are reading
What do you mean?
on the mini-map.
I mean, we take strats from other teams.
35 seconds left on the clock.
It's not a secret. I do that shit every year.
Vancouver could not.
If you're not taking good stats from other teams, you're not really progressing.
At the very least, Nasty's got that bomb. So check your corners as you do. Yep. Checks it. Gets away with his life. 2v2, 20 seconds.
Problem is, there is not time, and you got a player from OpTic on either site. Nasty has to plant.
Hey, Nasty. There's the choice. Wow. There's the big win. What a moment. Ample time to get this one down. Here comes Hook. He's gonna send.
Oh, yo, someone brought up Jaza, but yo, shout out Zach. You know, everyone likes to hate on him. He lent Kyler his like IEM wire for the finals. So he didn't need to do that, but I appreciate him for letting him use that, because Kyler, his wire broke before winners finals versus Boston, so he used Damon's IEMs. And we asked Draws, or I think Ann or Kyler asked Draws if he could use it because they use the same wire. So yo, shout out to him for being a real one. He didn't have to do that.
Is he gonna be able to save it? No good. A 1v1 now. Neptune versus Hook. 2 of the most difficult players to deal with at any given moment. Now they go head to head.
This clutch was so well played.
Neptune goes another.
And read it too that he was gonna. Well, he didn't go well to dark, but he still went dark from secret. And Kyler was just playing it off of what he felt as well.
Neptune goes another, but they will meet. And Hook walks away with a win.
I hope you guys know what you guys did just might force teams to make more changes, because you never know what will happen, which hopefully in turn turns them into more competitive teams. Well, the best time to adapt and change shit is when you're on top and you set the new meta. So just because other team might change their shit based on our stuff, then you know, we can change shit too. But for Respawn, like Respawn, that shit's hard, dude. Sometimes you're playing off of what happens in the game. You don't know what to do in that situation. You don't know what to do in that situation, or you might not play it optimally. You gotta keep thinking on your feet. It's not always gonna be the same every time. The skill gap in Respawn is being able to do that right scenario in that right situation, the exact situation. And sometimes that specific play is not going to be the same one that you might need to another time in a very similar situation. That's the skill gap. It's thinking on your feet. You know, like changing rosters, not strats. Again, even if you change a roster, you still need to be able to play well together. Rosters aren't working, make a change, don't stick it out. I mean, that's been a thing for the last 15 years, though. Chad, teams used to change rosters every 2 weeks. It's just a lot more difficult now with contracts and stuff. And there not being much of an amateur scene. I shouldn't say that. There is a big amateur scene, but not as big as before.
The Lambo pinch is open. The hallways right now, Vancouver are dominating. This is a very uncomfortable spot for OpTic to be in.
Depending on how the timing goes.
And they're backing down because Shotzi's cleared the space. Mercules also finds the pick. That's huge. And look at the timing. Shotzi's cleared out the entire map except for
Played it so well.
Wow, if he kept going.
Honestly, this map we were just
They've got no idea.
we were just
absolutely gonna get another
gapping them on. This is just something they weren't comfortable with.
4v2.
Neptune swimming.
Neptune again, what an uncomfortable.
And like they could tell in the game. We could tell just like what they were doing that they weren't comfortable on this map.
Poles apart.
I was like hoping someone would check this water right here.
From the depths. Eyes are on it as a boozer
But these guys played it very well in 3v2.
This hit correctly.
I mean, King of the Sea is swimming, but it's just such a long route. You are running out of time.
This is the first time a CL team making a change during a year. CDL, I think so. CWL, no, because Simp joined and won champs midway through the season, similar to how like Mason did. But CDL, I think it's the first for the CDL.
And I don't know how Mercules managed to find that first blood. OpTic are trying to.
JB, don't leave. Please stay on all day. I've missed your streams. I'm gonna finish these grand finals, and then I'll be on again tomorrow. I'll let you guys watch whoever else streams today too. Damon is streaming, right? Damon's also streaming, and then I assume Ant will probably stream tonight, maybe Kyler too, because they didn't stream last night. Hixie? Oh well, I was talking about champs specifically, but you're right.
For the first two, they fell a massive 5-1 lead.
Great. Perfect time to remember how brilliant you are at the moment.
And Hixie was on their squad at the beginning of the year, wasn't he? Or I was talking about champs regardless.
Better late than never.
2v2 though. You lost space on the other side.
Did I already watch the comms video? Yes, I'm gonna upload that to YouTube tonight for you guys.
He's been here before. The stun does not connect, but I do believe they saw him.
He's just trying to play the mind games.
He was playing this well. It was just such a long route. They kind of realized that he was gonna be here.
They know now.
Again, we thought with the first straight through the middle.
Plenty of opportunities to comebacks we've seen so far at champs.
Do you think Shotzi is number 5 or 6 all time? Understand if you don't want to answer. I don't like the ranking shit. He's just a very good player, dude. I just don't like when he gets shit for like stuff he does in the middle of the season because he's just limit testing and learning everything about the game, and people give him shit for that. Ant's usually like not a player that's gonna be good at like the first fucking event because that's not how he plays. That's not how he learns the game. I talked about it earlier, but that probably got clipped or whatever. He's literally AI, bro. He's fine-tuning all of his models so that once it comes to the final event, when he needs to fucking execute at the highest ability at the end of the game, he knows what to do in every situation. And our team knows what to do in the situation.
Dash on the outside fences. Surge do not have the numbers, and they are running out of time.
It's the perfect setup for OpTic.
Flat side. You've seen Dash in the hop. He's caught out 0-4. Has he seen the second man? He has.
Great post plant. Kyler plays his life here too. Just perfect. Really good search. Big map. Big map. And now we go to the final rewind hardpoint. Again, Chad, I was saying before, but I was going to be comfortable with them on rewind search anyways if we went to game 9, but you never know, bro. Game 9, COD champs, anything can fucking happen. Why did they do this with the bans? They just must have fucked up the graphic that they needed something here. We didn't ban dealership. We banned red card. I don't know why it says they banned red card. They just got the graphic wrong.
That again is an entirely complete player.
Trophy right there. Bumps before they. Karma and JP on stage for OpTic. The final fist bumps before they sent their boys into rewind to play for that trophy right there, to play for another set of rings. Heartbreak after heartbreak in grand finals before, and here at champs they've put themselves in the best.
They put on there just for a visual. The thing is, it's wrong though. That's kind of my like just it must be like a program that they use and it just automatically puts it in, and when it goes to best of 9 it kind of just fucks up.
OpTic, can you close it out here? End it.
Yeah, comms vid is gonna get uploaded tonight, chat. I reacted to it already.
Hard point. We missed you. Here we go once again.
For these players, Call of Duty as living legends.
This is it. Rewind hardpoint. Map number 8.
How stressed were you during the generator hill? Pretty fucking stressed. Cause dude, we blew the P4 hold, and you're gonna see it here. Like we kind of blew it, but also like we died to a car nade, which sucked too. But we'll watch it.
Plenty of space to play with. A lot of nice angles.
Rewind Hardpoint is honestly, from a fan POV, one of the most fun maps ever. I actually think it's a really good Hardpoint map. I'm so surprised they took it out. I think Skyline and Rewind are the funnest to watch, personally. I think Vault is just, I don't know, Vault seems uncompetitive with P2, P4. Just being full holds, and then 1 and 3 are kind of just fake holds. Actually, no, Hasi's up there too. I would say Hasi and then Skyline, then Rewind probably. That's my 1, 2, 3.
Saying that for 5 years. Oh, and 04 is completely unaware. Yeah, he has no idea where he's going. OpTic, well, they've locked down the spawns for P2 on Money Hill when you get it. It's a little bit of a battle. Abuza's here for some presence, and Abuza doing everything he can, but as he gets traded out, OpTic right back in time.
Right back in time. And they've got the spawns up close and personal, ready to get in position for this next wave. Vancouver finding at least one now on the approach. Shotzi takes care of 04. Neptune on him. The wave is not complete just yet. Last man, Merc. Down and out. Vancouver effective on the attack.
Yeah, huge bounce back. You need to get that P2 break for them, and you trade out Hook as well. So Vancouver Surge clearly bringing the fight. They needed that moment.
Hey, Ant, appreciate the sub. Thank you for the 4 months. Thank you guys again for the subs today. Probably got 100 subs just today. Appreciate it. I don't think I've ever got that many subs in a day. Actually, no. Golden Gabe did fucking hook it up that one time. I should say that. Yeah, VOD up. I'm a little late. I'm gonna post this VOD on YouTube. The comms video I'll upload to YouTube tonight. This will probably be tomorrow's YouTube video. We've been really good on these P3s. We end up flipping out here too for the P4. I'm so surprised we didn't hold the P4. That would have been such a massive hold. The fact that they brought it, dude, when they broke this, I was like, oh fuck, dude. That was such a dagger for this map. But they made the absolute comeback, man. It was so tippable of a comeback. Just started with the second P1. You and Karma play good cop, bad cop? I mean, sometimes, but sometimes I'll be bad cop, but not as much. It's not always like that. We're all like, dude, we're all giving our, what is it? 16 point whatever %, all 6 of us. Hey, appreciate the financial advisor, Ben. Thank you, my guy. Good seeing you there. Dude, this break was so unfortunate. We had everything covered. Brandon wanted to help the right after Mason died. So that opens up the left. Brandon gets 2-piece by 04. Oh, that was such a big hold, dude. Wow, if we would have lost this map, that would have been the turning point for sure. Or it was the turning point, I guess. We just brought it back though. You see Zuma's gas you up on the flank? Yeah, I did. I appreciate him, man. I texted him after, like the next morning after I watched it. I appreciate Tommy and what he does for the scene, man. This isn't good cop, bad cop. You guys have candid, difficult conversations. Yeah, exactly. I don't really like the good cop, bad cop as if like, I don't know, that you have to like, it sounds so manipulative saying like good cop, bad cop, but it's like, dude, we're straight up with each other, man. Like whenever I hear someone say like good cop, bad cop, I'm like, yeah, but like, it's not like that. Like good cop, bad cop, sure, but like, it sounds like you're trying to manipulate what, you know, your players are thinking and shit with a tactic that cops use sometimes. Like, Bro, we're all just straight up. If we need to fix something, we fix something. If we need to keep working on something, we work on it. If we need to improve something that we're already really good at, we fucking work on it. Like, over the course of this last month, we like improved our strengths, eliminated all the like the weaknesses that we might have had, or like a lot of them. Fine-tuned everything. Just made everything more consistent and stable. Does Merc use his Riz voice on you too, JP? Yeah, he's King Riz, man. He's actually King Riz. This was a huge P1. This P1 was so massive. To have a good P1 here, this break into a somewhat big hold. Karma is blunt when talking. I guess I'm making it back up. I mean, thing is, like, I'm blunt too. Maybe I don't put it in a way that's like kind of shitting on them, but I'm gonna say what I think, you know. I keep it real with them too, just not to a point where I'm like fucking, yo, you guys are fucking trolling. I'll be like, yo, we gotta fucking work on this, you know. I might, yeah, the way I say it is probably the same, but not using the same fucking words, you know what I mean? Hey, financial advisor Ben, appreciate the 2 months sub, man. Thank you. This sub is actually a tip and will be tax-free soon, maybe. I hear that. Dude, and they get the close spawn too. Merc plays top burger, similar how to Ant did in that other tournament. Brandon, fucking huge play here to read this guy. And then we end up getting the break. We spawn close. Such a big P2 here.
He's run forward, he's found a couple of kills. Traded out with a man by back dumpsters. And down a net. Over the top.
They actually outscored you on the P1? Yeah, so I would say they outscored us, but the maintaining the control for the P2 was more so kind of what I was saying, but I agree. Yeah. I thought it was just like, it was big for them not getting like a full hold, or them not like maintaining P2 control going into the P2. Because it sets us up for this, which is a pretty good hold. And then we have a really good P3. Because we flip out here. Huge kills. They spawn the back because we give up the spawn. And then this P3 was so big.
OpTic are here. They're set up around the new time. Let's go for a listen in.
Yeah, they showed resilience for sure. They're down like what, 70 points at one point? We lost those 2 gunfights and I was like, oh fuck, like this could get bad. But Brandon got this kill, got the second kill, stayed alive on time, and we can help him instantly with a trade. And they played it well. We kept the spawn. Brandon's 2-piece there was so big. Because even though he doesn't get that 2-piece, we get kind of staggered back here because we can't really have the same amount of pressure on P3. They have more P3 pressure and can get that eventual possible P4 push if we don't get if they don't get kills, or if we don't get kills. Kyler and Ant are reading this guy on the left. Kyler picks up this guy after Ant tells him that he's going to leave him. So Kyler, good job picking up this guy. We're still maintaining good street control. Brandon with a 2-piece on a Booz and Neptune. Kill this guy that we left. Ant specifically left him for Kyler. Ant can now chow on time. We spawn Burger because of the way Ant routed. And now they spawn back yellow. So we're in a perfect position to chain this right here. I was more so, bro, right here, I was like, don't scam. Don't completely leave the back so that they spawn like back right here. Because when we're pushed up like this, they're like going into the P4, it can get really, really bad. But we die first. Or sorry, they die first, but we back up. Like Ant backs up to block this one. Brandon backs up to the back left, so he blocks this one. And they spawn out. Like if we kept getting those kills and we didn't die there was actually a chance that we make them spawn back here if we don't back up. Huge job by Kyler getting this kill, staying alive towards his truck too. But they end up breaking here, right? Or making it somewhat mixy. how does he not win that on Abuza? Wow. And Brandon doesn't kill Nasty there. So not the cleanest of holds, but it was close, dude. We make the rest of this a little mixy, I think, too. Jen's Hill, I'm shitting myself here. I thought they were going to spawn P2 here based on Kyler's spawn. He also thinks so as well, I think, right? He calms that. Or, but I guess I died first, so we spawned it. Or we spawned there. Little rogue, yeah, little rogue. He thought he can get a timing on them not getting. I'm not expecting him to be there, but yeah, little rogue for sure. Hey, Brandon with the sub, P5s. How does he not win that on Abuza? Damn, Abuza had a sub too, but I was like, holy shit. Good pickup on the flank here by Brandon too, with the sub.
This has been a wicked trade battle on this hill. I mean, it is a battle of Tulgin, War, and OpTic. Well, they get the
And great rotation to the P1 as well. This P1 was so massive. The way that these guys played this P1 right here, perfect. Literally perfect. Like, look, they're breaking from every angle, and we just play off of each other so well. And that sets us up into a really good hold where Mason gets up to top burger. They're all spawning SWAT, and we can just relay to each other. And you hear this in the comms, but relay like where they're going. He knows this guy's P3. They're crossing glass. We don't see anything for a little bit, so we know one could be pinching. We pick up 04 pinching stage. And now they're just like super staggered where they just want to keep going, because they know we're soaking this really well. Just work the trades well. They're just so staggered that they can't really do anything.
This is it right here, right now. OpTic, they got it. The team kills are rolling through. They're gonna get it done. 10 seconds.
Look at the timing on that. I thought he was going to win this contest spot gunfight. Dude, right here, by the way, Hex was kind of like already motioning to me with something, and he was like almost expecting us to win. I was like, yo, chill, wait 1 second. Like, we haven't won this shit yet. And then Kyler spawns up P2. He backs the fuck up to these dumps because he's like, this shit's so sticky. I need to guarantee this. And I fuck with that so hard because I was like, we better not fucking not spawn here. So he anchors the back and gets a 2-piece. During that 2-piece, I knew we won. And we secure the hold there. He gets the 1 kill. All we need to do is push out a little bit, and it's over. They can't even touch. And we get the dub, bro. Get the fucking dub. Back to back, chat. Back to back. Wow. If you told me 6 months ago, not even 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, that this would be the case, I would have told you you're crazy. Wow. I'm running up to the stage. I grab onto Brandon. I'm like, let's fucking go. Wow. Literally the same feeling running up to the stage as last year. Not as big of an atmosphere, obviously, with not as many fans, but that same feeling. Holy. I'm so proud of them, man. We worked so hard this last month for this specific moment and prepped so hard. Worked on what we needed to work. Dude, I see Zinni on his walk right now. What the fuck? Yo, shout out Zin, bro. What is the timing of that, chat? Dude's on his walk, bro. Yo, I could legit open my window and yell out to him right now. I won't, though. He has his earbuds in. But, Wow, thank you guys for just the support all year. If you guys like were never unwavering with your support, never like called for people to fucking be dropped, and always continued to watch no matter the roster, no matter the situation, this shit was for you, man. Straight up.
We're gonna pass it on over to Daniel San. Thank you, Blaze. Today, history is made. We crown our first ever back-to-back champions. I want to congratulate the entire OpTic organization.
Yeah, just like I was so happy for Brandon last year, I was so happy for Kyler here. Obviously, Mason won his first, but Kyler's been working so hard this year, man. And he's been just a head down grinding, no matter the situation.
You've shown throughout this winding season is nothing short of inspirational, and so I'm proud to announce that our 2020
Bro, Ken was so funny, man.
League champions
Did the same shit, bro. Dude, I love that Mason or Amp brought Mason to bring it. Dude, Mason just changed our entire year trajectory, dude. And this guy's Mason is actually him. I was talking about him before, but that guy's him, man. He's so smart, so good. For such a young guy, like not even much respawn like experience, literally 1 year. He's actually just him. Process is gonna feed generations, bro. Raj is gonna cook up some insane shit for the process, chat. Don't you worry. Bro, I was so happy for them. And they brought in the other trophy. Raj pre-fired that. That was dope. Bro, when Brandon hands this to me, like I'm gonna do the same shit, but they don't include the pyro for the coaches. I was like expecting the pyro to come off. No pyro. The fuck? Come on, league. I was like, bro, pyro only for the players. I was like trying to get more hype, but I was like, bro, no pyro. So I had to ad lib, bro. Same with Damon, no pyro. What was that? Bro, we had no pyro. I'm trying to get hype. I lifted up expecting pyro, no pyro. Come on, man. Appreciate it, Grand Sentinel, for the sub. Oh, they cut me off. What the fuck?
Hey.
Was there pyro last year? I don't remember. I guess it wasn't in the budget for sure. IDK, if you spoke on it, but how were scrims actually coming into the event? Who was the biggest so-called threat leading up to it? Bro, Ant was correct, bro. We were frying pretty hard in scrims. The one that was the closest, obviously, was LAT. We were back and forth with them a lot. The watch party has all of your speech. Yeah, I'll do the little everyone's speech and shit. Scum.
We were getting fucking
Did you need convincing to bring in Merc? No. Me and Damon were talking that event, or like texting each other. We were like, bro, all this guy does is go positive and make good plays. Like, this guy would be insane in our team. And nothing at Caesar. Like, Caesar's like great, but this guy was like, this was something that, this is like a really good draft pick, and something that is for the future of OpTic that you just can't let go, bro. Like, this is, you have your guy, you gotta get him. Like, you have a guy that can completely change your team, with what we saw at least. Where like it's like you draft the guy when you can.
JP. Oh my god. Who's MVP though?
Like when Hex called everyone, and you know, Hex, good on Hex for just straight up like listening out to all the people he trusts. Like, he called everyone that was like around him, got his thoughts and stuff. Like, when he called me, I was basically saying this would be good short term and long term. Or I said this would be good for the future of OpTic. He said short term or long term. I said both, because I was like, this guy could be him, and if this is your guy, you gotta get him straight up. And I'm fucking happy he made that call. Dude, I was chewing my gum so hard, bro. So nervous.
Talk to me about what
3-3, I was so
What does
nervous.
this win mean for the OpTic crew?
It means everything. You know, they always say it's always darkness before dawn, bro. We had a lot of dark times, a lot of valleys. I'm just so thankful for everyone supporting us throughout all of that. You know who the real fans are right there, bro. So thank you guys all for the support. Thank you guys all to the back, all the staff you guys don't see at OpTic. They're always supporting us, even through the downs, the lows. We come back rising.
Hell yeah.
We got prepared for this. Lunch back to back.
They won back to back. They sure did right there, okay?
I love that your hair is a mess every win.
Okay?
Bro, my nervous tick is playing with my hair, straight up.
Kyler, so many big plays.
I'm constantly playing with my hair in the back.
All of them, really. This one on land, baby. How does it feel to win in front of this crowd?
I am truly speechless.
Bro, Kyler was so happy, man.
I know you're a man of little words, Hoop, and you've been grinding your whole life for this moment. I know it's big.
Yeah, no, I really just want to say thank you to everyone here. Thank you to my family back home. Thank you to the Green Wall. My girlfriend, thank you. This has been a year for me, so I'm just so thankful, man. Thank you.
Shouts out, Kyler, bro. Brucey, big Brucey. Getting your second ring out here. It's been a crazy season for you and Shotzi.
How does it feel to be a back-to-back champ? It feels fucking amazing, dude.
Winning last year.
Bro, when I re-signed with this team after champs last year, that was my like goal, bro. Because I was like, I was after the year, like I was a free agent technically. I wanted to stay with OpTic, obviously, but I was like, I don't know. I was hesitant to come back because I didn't know if I just wanted to like do this type of stuff anymore, or move on with doing other stuff in esports or other stuff in general.
This is awesome, dude.
And I was like, the one thing that I want to come back for is to fucking go back to back because no one's ever done it before. And to actually do it was fucking so satisfying, man. It was literally the only fucking goal I had. Like, obviously I want to win everything, but the one thing that drove me back into doing this type of stuff was going back to back.
I know it's a big one. And now you officially get your third ring. Enjoy some of the greats of Call of Duty history.
Yeah, I wanted to make history, straight up. I wanted to be the first one to do it. We fucking did it, dude. I'm so happy for it.
There you go, there you go. Now hand me this mic real quick.
Merrick, let's hear it.
Let's hear it from Merrick. Put it over here. But before I do that, I need to talk to one of the hottest young superstars to ever enter. Come on, Mace.
Bro, Mason, he's so quiet, like a man of very few words, but that dude is cold, bro. That dude's ice in his veins.
Wow. Mason, first year MVP at Champs, bro.
His life is a movie. His life's a movie.
Merch.
Oh my God.
Now, you've been a man of few words with me as well throughout some of these interviews, but you have worked so hard to get to this moment. You have achieved the dream that so many Call of Duty players want to achieve in the time in which you have. Talk to me about what it means to be on this stage, look at this crowd, and to become.
Grand Sentinel, appreciate the reset for 17 months. Sorry, I might have missed that, but thank you, man.
It feels insane. It wouldn't have been possible without the team. Thank you guys for giving me the chance, Hector, and I just appreciate all the support from the Green Wall, man. Thank you guys.
There you go, everybody. I can't imagine.
Dude, he's so fucking dope, bro.
He's so happy to be a part of this squad. Now, I want to come on over and talk to him.
Shotzi's finals MVP without a doubt. Oh, 100%. Full tournament was Mason, but finals is definitely it. And it was basically like, yo, get me to finals, dude. Mason, after this event, he was like, straight up, when we got in the Uber back, he was like, bro, I want to fucking grind, bro. I got shit on in the finals. Like, that's his fucking mindset. I'm like, dude, you literally got us to Sunday. You literally changed our entire fucking trajectory.
I mean, shit, that was a fast turnaround, you know. I mean, the way this year started, I don't know if any of us thought this was going to happen. And I was nervous as shit that match. You know, I'm sweating. But it's great, and you know, I couldn't get the last two without these guys, so shout out to them. I mean, do they put in so much work? Like, I'm so happy with how they handled this year. I mean, it was rough. You know, we were in the deepest of the deeps that you could possibly be. And to turn it around, we brought Mason back. Or we got Mason on the team, brought Kyler back, and dude, they were just a different beast the last month.
They were a different beast, but the right green monster that these fans needed to get another world championship, everybody. Make some noise for Karma.
That a boy, Damon.
Now let me talk to El Capitan over here. Hex, how proud of you of these boys to get the third Call of Duty World Championship.
3 for OpTic, back-to-back in CDL here. First team ever back-to-back. So typical, man.
And to be the first organization to go back-to-back.
First and foremost, like everything about this entire year has been just insane. Nobody could have written a better script. I could be prouder than these guys. I can't thank enough the Green Wall for showing up as strong as they always do. I want to say a special thanks to everybody back at home. I want to T-Mobs. We have Roger. We have James Page. Everybody in OpTic. I want to say hello to my obviously beautiful wife, Liv. And I tell you, Call of Duty is a sport that will be as big as it possibly can if we continue to be as resilient as we have been this entire year.
Yep.
Mercules, you are the man. Shotzi, I want you to do the honors.
Oh, he already got him.
To the board.
He was ready.
And Mercules finally get their chance. I am so proud. Give them a round
The
of
chains
applause.
for Mason Kyler. Bro, Ant's trying to like go over his head with it, bro. You have to like unhook it, bro. Like, come on. I was like, yeah, let me do this shit.
But one more time, everybody in the venue, I want you guys to blow the roof off the
I mean, holy
Make some
fuck,
noise
brother.
for the world champions of the 2025 season.
Unreal, bro.
Texas.
What a final.
It's
What a
honestly
year.
just unreal.
Back-to-back world champions, ladies and gentlemen. You can't write this. Like Hector said, you literally can't write a better script.
No,
Actually can't write a better script.
When we made our pick,
Like I said, chat, like last year it was like, for me at least, it was like my first one. You know, Brandon was working years for this. Like it was a better like capstone moment because of like the atmosphere and everything. But the journey, the story was so much better. Like, bro, with how we were months ago, and then all the roster changes, and then, you know, finally picking up Mason, and then having this peak here, it was literally some WWE shit. Literally movie thing. An actual script.
They come out here and they dominate. Didn't lose a single map for the grand final. And they hoist a back-to-back world championship trophy alongside a rookie that came into the league 2 months ago. You can't make it up, man.
Can't make that shit up. After the entire year, so turbulent, roster changes, this, that, the other, you know, the dark times that we all went through as OpTic fans.
Not only that, but Vancouver brought some heat. Last Champs wasn't competitive at all. Yeah, I mean, last Champs, I'll say this, but I was so much more nervous before the match last Champs. Maybe because it was like obviously my first grand finals Champs, and it was against my former team. But during the match, I wasn't that nervous. This one, I wasn't really nervous before because I had this feeling and we were just running everyone in the winner's bracket. But during the match, I was so nervous, dude, especially once it got to 3-3.